everybody. Good evening and welcome to the Steel Toe Evening Show. It's the last evening show of the week. It is Wednesday, and I've got surprises all over the place for everyone, even April.
Ooh.
Welcome to the show. April is here, by the way.
Howdy.
Oh, my God, you guys. And by the way, I got to throw out a huge thank you to Tim. Tim is there in the chat. Tim Brouillard purchased so much merch today from steeltoeentertainment.com/shop that this morning's goal was knocked out.
Oh, buddy.
So, Tim, thank you very much, pal.
Thank you.
So, if you don't know, on Wednesdays when we have a guest co-host, we get rid of the goal and we just say half of whatever we bring in goes to the co-host. And today they got so close that I went, if you guys want to, go ahead, and we don't do overtime with the guest host. But I go, you guys got close enough today. I'll do the half hour solo. Let's do that. Then I think it was only like 60 short or something like that.
Okay.
And then Tim puts in this big merch order, and the red meat part of the merch order ends up nailing this morning's goal. So you guys, even with a guest co-host, you guys knocked it out. You are the most supportive audience in this whole podcasting sphere, except maybe MLC. But you guys pay to encourage us to do good shows. You don't encourage us to unravel in front of your face. So
we do our best for you.
There is that. So I do appreciate it. Speaking of which, I'm not going to be the MLC post show today. But I did get sent some clips from someone who said, you might want to play these on your show.
Oh, boy.
I watch you. I watch MLC. You might want to see this.
Okay.
And you might want to ask Gino about this.
Ooh.
Our buddy Gino set somebody off, and someone may or may not have stormed off their own show. But we're not going to do that during prime time. I know that we've had listeners say, oh, come on, don't just cover podcast beefs for overtime. So this week, we haven't covered it at all.
Okay.
And I wasn't going to cover this one, but it got thrown right in my lap, and I was able to secure Gino Bisconti for 9 o'clock tonight.
Ooh,
so, guys,
that's exciting.
Overtime is going to be Gino explaining to us these clips that we're going to walk through that are about him, and therefore, that will be overtime tonight. If you so bless us, that would be great. It's a full goal tonight, $250. We're the whole way there. If you want to chip in, there is the Streamlabs and PayPal and Venmo links in the chat. There's also Super Chats, memberships, gifted memberships, and Rumble Rants. Thank you, Rumble, this morning. You guys were incredibly generous. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
We have plenty of news to talk about tonight. We have plenty of topics and stories to cover, but we will give you Gino tonight. Gino set Kevin Brennan off, and
how do you? He walked him.
He walked him
Off his own show? How do you do that?
The worst part, Gino never said anything. Gino wasn't even there. Gino wasn't even commenting or calling or doing anything else. We're going to have Gino on tonight to explain the whole thing. It's going to be 9 o'clock tonight. Whether or not we hit overtime, but I'd really like to knock that out. We do appreciate your guys' generosity. It does keep the show going. So thank you very much. So let's knock it under 200 by the end of this hour. Let's get to a couple hundred likes tonight. Remember to just hit that thumbs up button like it's a reflex action at this point. Bone Cold Fleas Austin. Hey, buddy.
Wow, hey.
Bone Cold says, good evening. Long time since I've been on the chat. Well, I hope still listening, though.
Yeah, I hope you're always listening.
I will say this. I think sometimes, not to discourage our chat because they're very funny people. They add a lot to the show. But sometimes just sitting back and listening, that's a great experience.
Oh, I do it almost every day.
Doing stuff, enjoying the show and just staying out of it. He says, listen to replays. Well, that's great, too. We like that. Hit that like Tina. Oh, I'm fucking this up. Brew Vinegar. That's a very good line. Hit that like Tina gets from Ike. There we go.
Yeah.
It's a bit dated. I think they're both dead at this point, but
I think that was a fun one.
I think we all understand it.
Not for her.
Hobo Chili Recipe says, that's what I'm going to do from now on. Shut up and listen. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying the way Bone Cold does it does have its benefits. That's all. The way Hobo Chili Recipe does it is great, too. Courtney says, looking forward to Chrissie tomorrow, too. Chrissie's going to be on the show Friday at 10 a.m. Central. We're going to have Chrissie for overtime on Friday.
Yeah, that troublemaker.
I mean, if you want to tune in all day tomorrow and watch, it'll still be great. But we're going to have worldwide troublemaker, terror of the airlines, Chrissie Mayr, on the program on Friday. Whoa, what is this? Just a bunch of incestual compound stuff? Yeah, kind of. Yeah, pretty much.
Well, they're not on the rest of the week, so why not?
You got them on the cheap. So we'll have Gino tonight. We'll have Chrissie on Friday. We got a lot of fun coming up for Steel Toe. A lot of people really enjoyed Adonis Paul today. April enjoyed Adonis Paul today.
Yes, I did.
Guys, don't look now, but we may be kind of cluing in on a Wednesday monthly rotation. Definitely want to have Stevie Lou back.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely want to have Adonis Paul back.
And
definitely want Matt on once a month if we can get him. And then, I don't know. Gino needs Tuesdays. I need Wednesdays.
Johnny is flexible, especially he stays home now.
But how flexible am I? You know?
Oh, no.
We'll see.
Really?
We'll see. But right now, it would be Stevie Lou, Matt, Adonis Paul, Gino. That would be the best for me.
So good.
Courtney says, oops, I was thinking today is Thursday. Well, we wouldn't be here.
Well, check that out. That's
Thursday.
That's 4 people, one for each week, right?
One for each week.
That works for me.
Freaky Deaky says, don't forget Corey. Corey doesn't return my text. Corey doesn't talk to me, so I don't. So I don't think Corey is interested. Corey kind of disappeared from everything. Like he was on MLC, and then he left our show, maybe because MLC was gonna, really take off, and then Chad left. Then he wasn't on MLC anymore, and then just kind of stayed on Twitch and did that whole thing. But I just want him to do what he wants to do, because that's what was kind of limiting him here. He didn't get to do what he wanted to do, so I hope he's doing what he wants to do.
Yeah, I want him to be happy for sure.
Cockdiv says Gino for diversity since Gino is gay. Yes, of course. Kumia on Wednesdays, make it happen. Let me dig into the couch cushions. Hey, Ant, you multimillionaire Anthony Kumia, would you like to come on our show for half the super chats? What do you think?
I would die. That'd be so great.
That would actually be a freebie, I think. I think Anthony would go, I don't want your fucking pittance, you disgusting e-begging peasant. I don't need your charity.
Maybe. What a cool thing, though, to do a podcast with him. Just you and him.
That'd be wonderful.
We're forgetting Dr. Till, I suppose, too.
I love Dr. Till. Yeah, I'm not cutting Till out. I want to
Right.
have Till back as well. I don't want anybody to fucking hang me. I know how the internet works, and I know how podcasting works. I don't need people going back to Dr. Till and going, Aaron didn't even mention you. He doesn't even want you back on his show.
April did. I
love Dr. Till. He's great. It's wonderful. Samuel Warner says, Corey got arrested for being a bitch. I know for a fact that is not true. I would have heard about that by now. He did not get arrested for being a bitch. All right, guys, let's get started. 250 away from tonight's goal. Everybody get remarkably irresponsible with their money. Everybody, 25 of you, throw in $10. We'll knock this thing out in no time. What do you say? Well, when you put it that way, it sounds really easy to knock that goal out. And when you're done watching the show tonight, go check out some clips.
Good stuff.
I've picked some real shitty, non-appealing clips this week, and we're going to boost those up. But don't worry. The rest of the week, I got great clips coming. We'll get some real traffic on those. I kind of picked some shitty nobody. Do you think my audience gives a fuck about the KSI boxing match?
No.
Dog shit.
Do I think Aaron probably did? Yeah.
Aaron did. Do you think much of our audience cared about the Boogie versus Wings of Redemption boxing match? No. The views showed that.
Aaron loves boxing, though.
And then today, I put up an Alex Jones clip. And you know what I forgot about putting up Alex Jones clips?
YouTube doesn't like Alex Jones.
If you put Alex Jones in the title of anything, YouTube goes, how about go fuck yourself?
You should have titled it His Ex-Wife Tried to Get Him or something like that.
Well, then you still have to put Alex Jones' name in there.
No, you don't.
Don't you? Kmart Ready says, any otaku clips? Yeah, we had otaku, last night?
Yes.
But yeah, I got like Dalia and Opie and the clips we're going to play tonight, and I got some Crowder. The rest of the week is going to be bangers. You don't like to lean on those. You don't want I want to branch out and appeal to different audiences and grow the show like that because I want them to come watch the live streams, which are about everything and anything.
Yes.
But you don't want to lean on the same 3 or 4 topics. You get into that cancer where you're like, oh, this gets the views. It's like, yeah, but now this is the only group you're appealing to.
Right, I gotta find some new ones.
Gotta grow out of that.
Real quick, speaking of otaku, I got the follow on Instagram today.
April got the IG follow from the
Riz Master.
The Riz Master. The
Wow.
O-Dog. The IWC Kingpin.
That one had me tickled for a minute.
Yeah, Wrestling Otaku followed April on Instagram today. You know who he hasn't followed on Instagram? The guy with 3 Instagram posts.
That guy.
The guy with 3 total Instagram posts. Me.
Oh, that was a celebrity moment for me.
Matthew Jenkins says, don't swoon over the Riz Master. Well, how can you not?
Man.
How can you not swoon over the Riz Master?
I do.
All right, boys and girls, let's get things started this evening. Our final evening show of the week with special guest Gino Bisconti coming up in just under 2 hours. Speaking of our Friday guest, Chrissie Mayr, she posted something to Twitter today that caught April's attention, and then she sent it to me, and I took a look. Chrissie Mayr was at Target because she's a man of the people.
Who doesn't love Target?
She was at Target. You know, she's
all the bitches love Target.
A little too snooty for Walmart, but, you know, not quite upscale for, you know, the next one up the flow chart. She's a regular gal, just hanging out at Target. Well, she was in the bathing suit section. She was in the swimsuit section. What do we say nowadays? Is bathing
I usually
suit
say I'm shopping for bikinis.
Bikinis? Okay, because
I'm a bikini gal.
Bathing suit sounds very 1970s. I've never felt very comfortable.
Bathing suit sounds grimy to me for some reason, like gross.
Sounds old.
Yeah.
To me. Swimsuit sounds kiddie.
Swimsuit's okay, but kitty.
Yeah.
Just say bikinis.
All right, she's shopping for shit to put your pussy in when you go to the beach. And it's funny I should say pussy because apparently now in the women's swimsuit section at Target, they have these little tags on the clothes. See that little tag right there that Chrissie is holding?
I sure do.
That's I don't really know it. Can you make out that tag from here?
Nah, I think you should zoom in.
I can't. Let's take a look. Let's take a closer look at that tag. Oh, look at that. Okay. It's an instructions tag. You know, a lot of women's clothing have instruction tags on them.
Usually you just slip it over your puss and you're good.
Yeah.
Make sure the lips aren't hanging out.
Well, how to watch them. Or watch them. How to wash them.
Wash them, sure.
Yes, we get tips on how to watch them.
Cleaning instructions.
Cleaning instructions, things of that nature. Yes. Don't get too much sand in your
laundering.
Cunt. Yeah, don't get sand on your clit because then it rubs and it turns into a sandpaper-esque nightmare.
Don't let bums take this off of you, only rich men.
Exactly. You know, gold digging tips. Well, now they've added a tag, as you can see here. This one on the left says, tuck-friendly construction. Now, April, I have a question because I don't wear women's swimsuits.
Sure.
This is not my forte. This is not my arena, if you will.
I do wear them.
That's why I'm glad you're here. If Johnny was here or Adonis was here, we wouldn't know our head from our asses
I'm sure.
on this topic. But
I get it.
Tuck-friendly construction. Is there a time when you're wearing a swimsuit? I know that some women have maybe larger labia than other women.
Meaty.
Yeah, meaty puss is, I believe, what it's called. And,
yes, it's fat. PH.
A hearty twat, I believe, is what they call it. Now, if you do have a hearty twat, do you ever have to tuck it in your swimsuit?
Now, let's say I don't, but if I did have a beefy puss.
Yeah, if you had a real beefy, like a good, you know, like opening a chunky soup can of hearty beef and vegetable. I mean, that kind of meaty puss. If you had that.
It's like an Arby's roast beef sandwich.
Sure. I mean, out of control.
I would say that I still would like to hope that those lips would stay nice and tucked in there alone, and that you don't need to tuck on your own.
You don't need to tuck.
Because it does it already.
Well,
it's a nice little package.
Okay. Well, that's interesting, April. Then help me out with this. Why would a Target swimsuit have tuck-friendly construction? What, can you help me out with that?
I will help you.
Okay.
What I'm hoping that tuck-friendly means is that any gentleman named Tuck might come along and the swimsuit is friendly to him, like he can get in there nice and quick.
All right. Well, I actually I looked it up.
Okay.
And apparently tuck-friendly construction means if you're a trans woman, meaning you have a dick, This is a swimsuit that is built for you to tuck that dick right up tight by your asshole while you're still wearing your swimsuit. So,
that sounds comfy.
If you're a new gal, you're
just trying it out.
Just got your new gal look going, and you got your swimsuit. The problem that new gals had with swimsuits up until a couple weeks ago,
right,
was that you'd have a big dick and balls bulge right there in the swim. You'd go to the beach, you got your new gal body, you got your shoulders shaved down, you got your jaw reconstructed, maybe you got some new tits, electrolysis, you've got all your hair gone. But God damn it, you wear that swimsuit, and I just don't know where to put my cock and balls. It's just out there like mashed potatoes, Just a problem that a lot of new gals were having. Well, don't worry. Target swimsuits have addressed this problem with tuck-friendly construction.
So you're telling me
that
these ladies' swimsuits are designed so that I can tuck my nice beefy dick back.
Yeah.
So it has the extra crotch coverage, right?
If you're wearing if you're a gal and you're wearing a women's swimsuit, what are you going to do with your cock?
You got to hide it somewhere.
You got to hide it, because if you're cruising for dudes as a gal might do, and you spot a nice single heterosexual gentleman who likes to crush puss, you got to hide that cock, because, a lot of men, you may not know this, a lot of men who like to have sex with women are complete disgusting transphobes. And when they like to crush pussy and they see a beautiful woman, but all of a sudden she has a dick and balls and he goes running for the hills because, he's not into that.
He found Captain Winky.
He found That's why Roger Podacter is dead. So these male transphobes see a dick and balls on their lady, and they're so 20th century suburban that they can't handle that much woman.
Oh, well.
So now you have a swimsuit where you can tuck your cock and balls, make it easier to trick men into getting to bed with you, and then you just put off that conversation until it's really uncomfortable.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Because, God, I would not like to be uncomfortable at the beach.
Right. Exactly.
I would rather do that in the privacy of a home somewhere. Maybe a hotel room.
So it looks like we're all in agreement, and we've got this whole thing figured out. And, God bless Target for, this is fucking insane. They now have women's swims. Can't we just make those available? Can't there be
on a store online? Maybe.
Aren't there places for other groups that have very niche needs? Aren't there very niche places that all of them know to go that none of us are aware of?
It's kind of like goth clothing and shit. There's very specific stores you go to or online sites where I don't shop because I don't need that shit.
We have Spencer's, right?
We have Spencer's. But this shit's perfect for that store.
So look.
Hot Topic.
No.
Name it.
I have an idea.
Yes?
We have Spencer's. For clothes like this, we could have one right next door. It can be like a little sister or brother store we've got Spencer's, we have Tucker's. Tucker's and Spencer's right next to each other in the mall. These malls need to fill up storefront space.
Just a store called Tuck Everlasting.
Tuck Everlasting.
How about that? How does that sound?
Patent pending.
Oh, shit.
Let's go to Hobo Chili Recipe with $4.99. Don't worry, guys. We'll get to the chat on this one. Dr. Till diddles lobsters. He's not allowed to be within 500 feet of any red lobster. He's a menace. He finger pops Sebastian from The Little Mermaid. That is, look, man, I don't typically deal in rumors, but that is disconcerting.
Lucky lobster.
Robert just says April's meat curtains.
Oh.
There you go.
Maybe those are just for women with really big clits. Could you tell me that's the problem?
I would hope so, but could you see a clit so big that it needs to be tucked?
You don't know.
I don't
know.
I've never seen a clit
Mine
that
is
big.
a nice, neat little package, so I don't know that.
Oh, no, someone told me I've got Monday evening goal listed up there. Oh, what an absolute buffoon I am. I am sorry. Here we go, guys. I'm going to fix that for you right now. Wednesday evening goal. There you go. We're at 240. Thank you guys very much. Let's get to work on that. Get under 200 by the top of the hour. We got plenty of time to do that. Malevolent Bystander says $40. God damn. Well, yeah. I mean, when you have the tuck-friendly swimsuit, it's going to cost you a little bit extra.
That's true. What are you going to do? Sew more shit onto your little bikinis?
Well, I mean,
alone?
Think about it. it costs a lot more because you got to have that extra fabric to tuck the cock. You don't want your cock and balls ripping through your swimsuit when you're at the ocean trying to pick up dudes.
God, now you gotta buy fucking swimsuits that are like those. You know that pair of boxers I bought you once that said it had the ballpark pouch in it?
The ball pouch,
where
yeah.
it fucking cuddles your nuts.
Right.
Now you gotta buy swimsuits like that
for
ladies.
Yeah, I was wearing those today. Yeah, not for guys, you transphobe.
I said ladies.
Yeah, for the girls. M. Stone says that's what duct tape is for. You lady boys are pussies. Ironically.
Can't you just wax the whole business off? Can't you just put a big old wax strip on it and rip the whole business off?
Triple N says can't cuck the tuck. There you go. Yeah. Freaky Deaky says, well, now me and my wife, my wife and I, can wear matching bikinis to the beach. Yeah, that's very sweet.
That's true.
Make it a couple's thing.
What if men are sick of wearing just the Speedo and they like a little up top coverage?
Sure.
You could wear one.
I mean, I'd rather not, but I get it.
You and Alex Stein could wear them to the beach.
Alex Stein and I could wear...
I bet that's where he bought his.
You know what? Let's get in touch with Alex Stein today, and let's see if Alex wants to do a little sketch. A little sketch between myself and Alex Stein.
He just did a fun one. He's got something big cooking.
What,
They were at
the bar one?
They were at the Versace mansion making a music video of Florida Man.
Buddy Travis, beat us to it. He says, that's why Roger Podacter is dead. He found Captain Winky.
Yep.
But seriously, so you're helping trans fake out men at the beach. I mean, that is what you're doing.
What do you... Okay, answer me this. I'm just a little confused. So you're hiding it at the beach, right? And you're looking like a hot babe, right?
As I do, yeah.
But then you get back to the room because you landed some dick. What do you do when you have to pull that thing out?
You're going to have that conversation at some point.
Isn't that a little late?
And then
doesn't that risk,
There's all that, hide the bats.
Isn't that a risk?
Well, and articles on like HuffPo and Slate and Vice have been written where it's like, oh, these men nowadays are transphobes because they won't suck a lady's dick. It's like, no, they're into pussy. Wow. It's not about transphobe. It's not about hate or bigotry. If a woman told a guy when he hit on her, like, oh, I have a dick, he'd be like, oh, God, thank you very much. And he'd move on because he's not into that. Mm-hmm. But if you go and you let a guy think that you have a vagina and you don't tell him that you've got a cock, like in these articles, they'll go, well, it's not his business. No, but it is because he's trying to fuck you.
Right, and you know that.
Right, it's both of your business as to what genitals the other one has because that's what they're interested in. In
that case, isn't there anything legally actionable about lying to somebody that way?
No, and do you want to be the legislator that proposes that bill?
But you're literally tucking your cock and balls.
Let me ask you something. In this climate, do you want to be the lawmaker that proposes that bill?
Of course I don't.
Are you ready to be fucking crucified?
I'm just saying.
The minute that comes out.
Like, I feel like that's risking violence from the man who gets surprised by that.
Yeah, I mean, some people get pretty mad.
I've heard stories.
Hobo Chili Recipe with $4.99 says, "Are used to help my grandmother roll up her meat flaps because hospice refused. We called it putting the beefy sleeping bag away. Bon appetit."
Oh, no.
Thank you, buddy.
I feel like it smelled like talcum powder.
Magic 8 Ball says, scary how Aaron knows about this stuff. Hey, I have to do research for the show.
Can I get you one of those so you can try it on?
Research for the show.
Just for me.
No, I don't want to spend
Just
$40 on a tuck.
I'll find it when it's on sale. How's that sound?
Groove Vinegar, I can't sing it. He goes, tuck on you. I've got this feeling down deep in my crotch that I just can't lose. Guess I'm on my way.
Oh, you guys.
Oh, Malevolent Bystander's upset. He says, God damn it, Aaron, there's no S after Spencer.
Wow, really? Because I thought it was Spencer's.
This is very much a Bernstein Bears moment for me.
Spencer doesn't sound right.
No. And, well, then we'll just call it Tucker. Spencer and Tucker.
I get all my piercing shit there.
We have Tucker Carlson endorse it, although I doubt he would. I doubt he would. Some people are naming the store Tuck and Stuff. Okay.
Tuck and Stuff.
Yeah. M. Stone says, I don't understand where your balls go in that scenario. Well, you see, what you do is you just take the...
Would you show me later? I've asked Aaron this before. I don't know how you tuck it all. I get it if it was just a dick, but doesn't it hurt bending it too?
First of all, the assumption that you're making that I know how to tuck my dick is offensive.
It's not really that.
Offensive to me.
Well, it's not really that I think you're a talker. It's more like I just want to see how you would do it.
Apology accepted. I have no idea. No idea.
Okay, I will ask another.
Thank you very much to David Chandler with the 20 gifted memberships.
Whoa.
Guys, if you would like a gifted membership, go ahead and hit that join button, hit the 3 dots on the pop-up page there, and hit enable gifted memberships, and you will be able to receive one of the 20 gifted memberships that David Chandler just gave out, bringing our goal tonight down to 190. So we are under 200. Guys, pick up where David Chandler left off, and we'll knock that thing out in no time. Whitney Chapman with $2 says, how about sell them at Saks? Oh,
Saks could sell them.
Saks Fifth Avenue could sell it.
That's a fun one. I bet they do. I bet they have one. Isn't that kind of gross?
I'd rather not know.
I have to hope that Target here doesn't have these.
Mr. Monkeypox says, most high-octane show ever today. I've already knocked 4 things over with my Rager. You're welcome. Suge White got a gifted membership from David Chandler, as did William Walsh and Grew Vinegar.
Nice.
Very cool. Thank you very much. Jeremy S. with $2 says there is already a Tucker's. It's Dick Sports.
Makes sense. That's okay.
I understand
Good
that
one.
now.
Thank you.
I get it. Thank you very much. Oh, and David Chandler with another $49.99.
Wow.
Says, by the way, if I may take a second, please, it's your show. If I may take a second, I've been running into a fake me on YouTube today, just in case he comes here and does anything untoward. Well, aren't you you're a moderator here, aren't you? No. Well, guess what?
You have to make him a mod because then we'll know it's him.
There we go. Now, David Chandler, there you go. You're a moderator, and now we know it's cool. All right. Now we are 155.
We cannot deny the real one.
No. David Chandler owns this entire channel.
Not to mention, I bet the fake one does not drop tons of money. Ever.
No, I'm sure we'd know the difference right away.
Right.
David Chandler pops in. Hey, this one didn't give us $900 today.
$900.
That's not the real David Chandler.
Oh.
That's why David Chandler gives us and Kevin so much money. He's just like, I need you guys to know that it's really me. No imitations.
Exactly.
Chris Superdude says, I'm not seeing the gifted memberships. I don't know. Some people, maybe on the phone it doesn't show up. Maybe it's desktop.
Even on your phone, go to the browser and find this and hit the join and then the 3 dots. There's an enable in there, right? Enable gifted memberships.
Gutierrez says, that's the fake David Chandler. Oh, no. Did I just mod the fake David? Well, I modded the David Chandler that just gave us about $100. So I think, no matter what, I think we got the right David Chandler.
Whoever's paying us.
Yeah, in that case. I'm a complete whore in that sense.
With
all
a
right.
tuck-friendly swimsuit.
Thank you very much to Sid. Sid with $50. Thank you very much over there on PayPal. Thank you, guys. We are only 105 away from knocking that out today. I don't mean to be that guy, but do you think that we could hit the rest of that goal by the end of the hour?
That'd be kind of fun.
Fucking accomplishment that would be. Eni says, I'm trying to donate, but I'm having some problems. Try PayPal, try Streamlabs. Sometimes when you do super chats and stuff, they're a little language sensitive. So it's up to you.
I'm having some other gentleman message me all the time saying his chats aren't showing up like normal ones and that he's quit donating because of that.
Really?
But I know he's not banned because I see his name show up sometimes. So I don't know how to help him
Let me turn the mics off real quick. Who is it? Yeah, we know him. Yeah.
Right. I see his name sometimes, so I don't know how to help.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. Thank you, Hobo Chili Recipe, for the $9.99. Says, as an Italian, I think I speak for everyone to explain this tucking would be problematic because of the thickness. We would be walking around like we were ready to hike a football at any moment. Well, thank you. That's the science of that.
Yeah, dude, wouldn't you chafe it? Like, wouldn't your thighs chafe against your tucked ween?
I suppose so. Mr. Tony Soprano gifting a membership to Halakang. Thank you very much.
Nice.
We are now an even hundo away from banging it out tonight. Thank you guys very much for your generosity. There's all the links in the chat. All right, let's go to this one. I don't know how many of you are in your probably, I would say, mid-30s like me to probably death age. That's about the range for this one. How many of you remember when Randy Johnson murdered a pigeon with a pitch?
Have you showed me that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But you don't remember that happening.
Of course not.
Okay. Randy Johnson back in like 1997. Was he with the Diamondbacks or the Mariners at the time?
I was 3.
Randy Johnson was pitching. And here, let's go. Randy Johnson hits Bird. Yeah, it's the first thing that pops up when you search for him. Randy Johnson was with Arizona. He was with the Diamondbacks at the time. And Randy Johnson threw in the low hundreds. And Randy, we don't need to fucking practice, Randy. Mars, you fucking genius. Randy was winding up and ready to deliver one of his patented fastballs, and then this happened. Not only did he kill the bird, but he plucked it at the same time. That one was ready to be cooked right then and there.
Right now.
All of its feathers. If you watch, its hairless husk falls to the ground.
Flops.
Just to the right of the first baseline. Look at that. There ain't nothing left on that bird. And he is in like gimped out pose too. He's just...
Anyone up for a breast of pigeon?
Oh, man. You know, the only good thing about that is didn't feel a thing.
Sky rats.
That bird did not feel a goddamn thing.
What are the odds of that happening?
1 in 500 trillion.
Yeah, like that. Has that ever happened again?
Well, it's funny you should ask.
And was that bird sick?
Zach Gallen was warming up just before the inning yesterday. Or today, I'm sorry, during a day game that they had. And wouldn't you know it, he is the ace pitcher for the Arizona Diamondbacks. The same team Randy Johnson was the ace pitcher for.
Look at this.
When he killed a bird. So
Goosebumps.
Let's check out Zach Gallen warming up in the outfield, getting some warm-up tosses in before the Rays game with the A's today. Let's take a look.
One was, he couldn't wait to tell everybody as he made his way back from throwing a side session here because he hit a bird. I'm an animal lover, so this hurts me, but in the spirit of Randy Johnson, I think you know where we're going with this. The bird is no longer with us.
And it landed right under that player's cleat. He's like, what the fuck? Dude. Now, that one wasn't as cool because that was a smaller bird, and that guy couldn't take the feathers off it with his... Randy Johnson had a way cooler bird.
Yeah, this is like Little Finch or something where he had a pigeon.
Yeah,
same team and everything? That's creepy.
Yeah, same team, the whole thing.
Do they have sick birds there? Most of them don't get in low by humans like that. You know what I mean? That's kind of weird.
Yeah, well, I in this case, if you ask Randy Johnson about this, he'd go, come back to me when you get a ploof of feathers and a little bit of showmanship on your dead bird. Yours is...
Fireworks. Bird fireworks.
Yours is horse shit. Wrong hole, Rick. We ain't a fucking band, Randy. We ain't even got a goddamn microphone. Morris, you fucking genius. Get the fuck out now before it's too late for me to turn back. Bandit of 71 with 10 gifted memberships. Wow. Thank you very much, buddy.
Thank you.
That puts us 75 away from tonight's goal. Thank you.
Wow, you guys.
Very, very much. You guys are fast, man.
Killing it.
Really fast with that goal today. Just 75 away. Holy shit. There's all the links in the chat if you'd like to contribute as well. We may knock this thing out in the first hour. Jesus. David.
That's insane.
Sid. Was it
David
Tigger?
Chandler
Bandit.
20 gifted subs.
Hobo Chili Recipe. All of you guys. Thank you very, very much. So, Rob says thanks to Rob. Oh, yeah, of course. And Rob, thank you.
Rob.
Thank you. Rob decided to thank himself. You know what, Rob? You are thanked. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate your efforts.
Rob, you're a hero.
You're Rob Munson. You're my hero. Bree S. says, the girls look great tonight, April.
Oh, thank you.
I think they mean
these.
I think they mean April's tits. So Adonis Paul and I this morning did that story, and unfortunately, we did not have audio to accompany it. Our accompanist. We did not have the audio to go with the teacher, who is now currently suspended for allegedly dropping the N-bomb 6 times in class. And then this is the funny part. The student who recorded it has been suspended for 3 days.
For using her phone.
Yeah, I love that part.
I do too.
I love that there's still a little bit of accountability in, hey, enough with the goddamn cell phones out in class. But then they also called the teacher over and went, dude, you can't fucking yell the N-word.
Right. We've got you both here.
Yeah, like, guys, you can't, both of you sit down. God damn it.
You're a tattletits and you're a racist.
You, 3 days suspension. Get out of here. No, shut up. I'll deal with him later. You, what the fuck, dude? You can't go yelling the N-word in front of the fucking class. 20% of the kids here now are black. 35 years ago, I would have told you, fine, go bananas, especially after you lost a bet in an NBA game the night before. It's playoff time. We all get it. But you can't do it in front of the black kids.
Wait, so just in front of the white kids? Is that okay?
Yeah. Ion Najah says, usually peachy silent watcher here. Just want to say super excited for my girl Chrissie on Friday and to say hi to my girl April. One of my favorite names. It's my mom's maiden name. Oh,
that's pretty cool.
He misses his mom's maiden name because his mom's married name is Horkunt. And that doesn't run off the tongue quite as well as April does.
I'm guessing her husband's name is Mike, right?
Yes, actually it is. Harvey All said, the man said, go bananas. Yes. So we found this afternoon that the news out in Springfield, Missouri, has gotten a hold of this tape. And I figured, what kind of journalist would I be hosting a talk show based on current events if I didn't do a follow-up on the story I covered this morning?
You've got to, right?
I would be a hack if I didn't play this one over and over and over and over and over again.
We were on this story for a while last night, too. So
No. We did this one this morning. You're thinking of a different story.
I definitely did this with you.
No. We did a different teacher uses the N-word story.
Really?
Yeah. This is a totally different N-word story.
What the heck? There's a lot of that then.
Oh, yeah. A lot of teachers just dropping that bomb. You know, here's what I think happens. You're thinking of the one who was having a conversation about it regarding like rap music or like if black kids can say it, why can't I say it? I don't think this is the same one.
Our kid got suspended for phone too.
Oh,
I don't really care. I thought I did this, but that's fine.
I think you were just listening to AP today.
I'm excited for the follow-up.
Here we go. Here's the follow-up.
A Glendale high school teacher is now on leave after repeatedly using a racial slur in class this week. A student started recording video as a classmate confronted that teacher.
Is the word not allowed? Okay, so I'm going to say right now, as a teacher, if you want to keep your job, this isn't a threat. I'm not calling anyone. I understand. I can say
You can't just say it, though. I'm not calling anyone a nincompoop.
So the kid even tells him, he's like, dude, if you want to keep your job, you will stop saying that word. And the teacher goes, what? I'm not calling anybody. And you're like, whoa, fucking based over here.
Was this teacher like hung over or just had it with his job?
No, but
this is a one-way ticket out.
I'll tell you this, he's wearing the right shirt because this teacher certainly is a G.
A double G.
Yeah, he jumped right into that N-word fire and he just took the flames and went, what? It's toasty.
Do you think it was hard R or A?
It was hard R.
I think so, too.
That sounded like a guy who was saying hard R.
Yeah.
say the word.
This happened yesterday around 11:30 a.m. The teacher said the N-word.
That's what it is. It was before lunch. You know how they get all cranky.
Oh, bitchy and wild.
Yeah, they get all bitchy before lunch. In fact, he had an egg salad sandwich. The class came back and he went, guys, I want to apologize. That whole N-word nonsense, it got away from me for a little bit.
I was feeling peckish.
I'm feeling a lot better now. Let's go on. We're going to find out this is geometry class. He's going to be like, all right, guys, here we go.
Twice in this video after reportedly saying it several times before the students started recording. She told her mom, who called Glendale. The mother says when she arrived at the school before noon, the teacher was already being escorted out.
Think about that for a second. What time did they say this incident was recorded?
11 a.m.
11:30.
Oh, 11:30.
What time was it when the mom got to that school after being told and this teacher was already being escorted out of the building?
Uh-oh.
Before noon.
Mm-hmm.
That means within a half hour, that kid had that video to their mom. The mom got her ass to the school, and the school had already been like, no, we're taking care of it. We're getting this teacher the fuck out of here. I promise.
Didn't you and I talk about this teacher racing the kid to the principal's office?
Yeah, you're right. That is a different story.
Oh, shit. There's so many teachers and N-words.
There's a
I don't
lot
get
of
it.
teachers saying the N-word. No, this one, the student just straight up sent it to their mom. The one we did last night, you're right, we did do one like this last night, but the teacher sent the kid to the principal's office for using the phone and then said, wait a minute, no.
Right, you have me on your phone.
Yeah, they said they were going to send them to the principal's office, but then they hesitated and then finally did send them, but then we theorized that they were racing each other to explain. This was just a teacher got filmed saying the N-word 6 times. The kid sent it to their mom, and then boom, everything went into warp speed from there.
She had this to say about the incident and teacher, quote, "You are there to teach and protect our babies. We trust you. They trust you. No student should ever feel like they should be put into a position where they need to defend themselves."
Let me just say this. If you're a white teacher having a discussion about the use of the N-word with a black student, you've already lost. I don't care what cogent point you make. And there are cogent points to be made.
Yes, there are.
I mean, look, you can make the rap music argument. You can say, look, if you don't respect each other enough to not call each other that word, why should anybody else have respect for that word or what it means? That is a fair argument. But the Overton window has already shifted so much that instead of having that logical argument and discussing it, society's moved on and said, nope, hateful, garbage, bigot, nope, not having that talk.
That's like a boomer take now.
Right. Just because the Overton window allows this conversation doesn't mean that the right answer flows through that window. No. Sometimes the right answer lies to the left or the right of that Overton window. And in this case, I think the N-word discussion is one that we've poisoned and demagogued and, propagandized so much that the right answer is floating far away from wherever that window is. That's why whenever
we'll never get back.
Yeah, whenever you hear someone say, we need to have an honest conversation on race, you don't want to have a even whether you're white or whether you're black. Although I bet you there's probably a few more black people who actually want to have that honest conversation about race than white people, because white people are too scared.
I don't know.
To have that honest. Well, you know what? No,
I
you're
don't
right.
agree with that.
Whether you're white or black, all of the people who want to have an actual honest conversation are probably in the South.
Maybe, and everyone else is too scared.
Everyone else is just like, nah, I got shit to lose.
I've got a job.
Yeah.
You know.
Homeless meth heads and people in the South are the only two people who don't consider the consequences of starting that conversation.
I'd guess.
My problem is everybody of any race wants to have an honest conversation about race until it's the other side's turn to talk.
Yeah.
Then they don't want to hear it anymore. What people mean when they usually say, let's have an honest conversation about race, is they mean, let me tell you what I think we should all think about race. You know, it's never, hey, this is what I think about the current situation. I'm interested in your opinion. If they say that, they're just setting you up to get fired.
Right. And I always suspect that too.
They go, I'm interested in your take on the situation. Go now.
No thanks.
The principal of Glendale High School sent this message on the same day to staff and parents. In it, the doctor, Josh Grove, says, "I want you to know the comments expressed in the video are inappropriate, inexcusable, and do not meet the professional standards for Springfield Public Schools employees."
Well, but anyway, it's almost summer vacation time, so peace out. Oh, sorry.
Wow.
Sorry, we're going to have some sensitivity training. We're going to make sure that the staff is retrained on how to deal with these certain issues, and we'll get back to you guys in the very near future.
Just give that teacher the summer off.
Yeah,
I'm sure he'll come back in the fall, rehabilitated.
Well, there's like 3 weeks left of school. So you got about 3 weeks left of school.
Yeah, not much.
Yeah, and then so just suspend him for 3 weeks and then come on back in the summertime. And he shows up for day one in blackface. He's just doing Lincoln Osiris from Tropic Thunder.
Well, some kid went to school in the KKK outfit today, so you don't know.
Yeah, that's true. You never know how they're gonna show up anymore. Curly Adam with $20 says there's a lot of teachers and N-words. Explains public school in a nutshell.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did say that.
I don't know what he meant by that.
I said there's a lot of teachers and N-words.
Yeah, I don't know what anybody meant by anything they said. I have no clue.
I'm sorry.
Yes. Chris Superdude says, what if my name is Andy Worski and I hate N? Can I use it then? No, Andy Worski has proven time and time again that you're not allowed to use that word. George Zimmerman says Overton used his window to look at kids' wieners.
Jesus, you guys. Gotta get them that extra tuck bikini. Hide it.
Laughing Lion says, honest convo about race. I remember that from the Clinton years. Wasn't true then either. Hobo Chili Recipe says, I always thought that lean on me from the white perspective would have been nice to have Strom Thurmond as the principal at Eastside. Jesus. Wrong Hole Rick says, homeless meth heads and people in the South is redundant as fuck, Aaron. Oh, you know what?
Oh, boy.
Sorry, I wasn't thinking.
Oh, we did. We saw one today.
Yes. Wait, what?
We saw one sleeping behind
yes,
that store.
But we cannot confirm whether or not he was from the South. I will besmirch the reputation of a homeless bum, although that's redundant too.
Right.
You don't see a lot of ambitious homeless people.
No. Well, actually, there's 2 of them from this town that have somehow made it down the road to the other town now.
That's true. They kind of milked everybody dry, and they've moved on to another town right down Highway 10.
Did I tell you I saw the guy? He's in the same town now, too.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, that's...
different intersection.
Isn't that lovely? We're diversifying.
They're a couple. They're so sweet.
Yeah, Turtle says, same form response letter as yesterday's story. That's true. All these schools have a holy shit, one of our teachers said the N-word form letter ready to go.
Right.
Right off the jump. God.
Ugh.
Groove Vinegar says, my racist Mexican friend went to a school in a KKK costume. People don't know what the fuck to think.
What?
At that point.
What does that look like?
Yeah. Continuing on. We got a lot of people in the chat. Sorry if I'm skipping you guys. I'm trying to catch up. Bone Cold says, I'm trans race. I was assigned as a white male at birth. I identified as a black advanced alien dragon. Well,
it'd be kind of cool.
I'm going to shoot you with a harpoon. You know, because you're a dragon.
I think
for any other reason.
All people and aliens should be included.
Well,
especially the black ones.
Somebody's planning to run under the Democratic Party ticket. Yeah, Mr. Tony.
No, thank you.
Mr. Tony Soprano. Yeah, every school has an N-word apology folder on their desktop. All right, what'd you do? Well, you're going to have to open up the folder. Oh, you said the N-word in class? All right, well, we got it. We've got it covered. We've got it. Oh, so I can keep my job? No. You're fucking gonzo, man. Forget it.
Whole lot of N stuff.
But it's we got to let you go. It's just that we have the form letter that will be able to handle this. Hobo Chili Recipe with another $4.99 says, I was thinking, maybe for history, we could start broaching the subject of you people, how you people used to be property. Do you think that would be helpful? Let's workshop. Yeah, well,
some schools have done that too, like a slave auction or something.
Dude, some schools have done, this happens at least once a school year. They have they'll do, a teacher will go, well, I have a great idea on how to teach these kids how bad slavery was. I'll have all the black kids in the class be either sold as property or they'll have them pick cotton. And you'll hear about it on the news and you'll go, what the fuck was going through your brain when you decided that this was going to be the way we were running class today?
Even my school, when we were in high school, we had this week where we did we had a slave auction and whoever bought the kid or the teacher, they had to be their slave for the week. They had to do
did they call it slave?
Yeah, it was a slave auction.
And this was...
we weren't shackles or anything.
Guys, well, then it's fine. Guys, to give you an idea of how recent this was, April, what year did you graduate high school? To give you an idea of how hillbilly April's upbringing was, April, what year was this?
2013.
2013.
I will say this. There was only 2 black people in my whole school.
And how did they feel about it?
I don't know. But you had to...
You guys never asked, did you?
You did have to volunteer to be in line as a slave to be auctioned off. So it was voluntary, if that makes a difference.
Yeah. Well, I know that our teacher would always get into character when they taught us about slavery. And at the end of every class, they would say to the white kids,
if you care to join me in the parlor, we will be serving white cake.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's... Reminds me of my youth.
Would you like me to make you a white cake this weekend?
I love white cake. It is really good.
I like a nice moist
Is that
white
the stuff
cake.
with the cream in the middle? Is that white cake?
White cake is just cake that's white.
No. What's the kind of white cake that has the white cream in the middle?
Probably a layer cake where they have the white cake on the bottom and then frosting and then
What's
another
that
layer?
White frosting in the middle? What is that typically?
Buttercream?
Buttercream. I love a good buttercream white cake.
Maybe I'll make one.
Oh, and a nice mint julep while I look out at the lawn.
I'll get some black frosting and make a nice accent
man.
decor on the top for you.
Let's make it a nice, Back to the 19th century weekend.
Can't let the kids have that one.
Mark Atkinson says, that's a cock, Aaron. It's not cum, dead jester. That's not what it is. That's not.
We'll be serving white.
Yes,
cock.
we're not going to be serving cock or cum. Please.
You could provide the filling.
I don't think that's ethical. I don't think
Is it gay if it's your own?
That's a great question. Wow. Is it gay? Yeah.
Like, what have you ever? You always talk about how you pump it onto your tummy when you're doing it solo.
Look,
so, like, have you ever accidentally overshot and got it on the face?
In my youth, okay.
Ew.
Okay.
No.
No.
I regret
Wait
the
a minute.
question.
In my youth,
I take it back.
there was a time where one shot,
Nope.
and it was like slow motion, like the Matrix, and it dodged me like that. I remember I did one time jerk and jerk, where I was, as a young boy, I was probably 17, 18 years old. I'm whacking it. It's probably 19 or 20. I was in Litchfield in my apartment, and I shot, and I couldn't even enjoy myself because I just went, I dodged it like I just saw a spider.
See, as a woman, I know what that feels like when you see it float by, but it usually doesn't miss. So
and you just kind of, you're like William Wallace in Braveheart when the rock's coming at him. You just kind of.
Or in the Matrix and the bullets are flying at and
Right. Yeah. That's what I do. Whenever cum just gets shot at me, I go. And then
Does that happen a lot?
I stop them all. I stop all the cum droplets and then I shoot them back.
Shouldn't be happening that often.
Oh, we're in a simulation. You got to learn. You remember all that while you were sleep jerking, says Loaded Wrench. Mr. Tony Soprano says, I accidentally shoot loads in my face all the time.
Wait, so is anyone answering me? Is it gay?
Here's my final answer, and then I want to move off of this particular topic.
Yeah, you seemed into it though.
Now they're calling me Load Piggy instead of Loaf Piggy. That's wonderful. Load Piggy. All right. You've killed April. Are you happy?
Oh, that one hurt.
So I think once the cum is out of your body, it's now community cum, and if you ingest it back in, that's gay.
I don't like the community cum term either. Because some women take cum and do things with that.
I think it's gay.
And that's
no, if you're a guy.
suddenly...
You said if a guy does it, not
Okay.
a woman. Don't change the rules. It's gay if you're a guy and you cum and you eat it.
So just if you're a guy involved with that, it is community.
It's gay.
100%
gay.
It's prideful.
I'm not a lol cow. Laughing Lion says load cow. There you go.
Load cow.
I'm a load cow.
Load piggy got me.
Load Piggy was very, very good.
Ugh.
See, a lot of people are asking what ifs. I don't, if you guys don't mind, I'd like to move on from this topic completely.
What if?
What? I think we've exhausted it. $55 away from today's goal. Look at that. You guys are right there knocking on the door. Hit like, hit subscribe, and if you feel like chipping in, there's Streamlabs, PayPal, and Venmo. There's also super chats and gifted memberships. If you guys want to finish this thing off, let's finish it off. What do you say? A couple more of you, and we can do this. Let's go to Florida.
Thank God.
Ocala, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
This is a gentleman who got angry with a woman, and he decided, you know what? I'll show her. I'll fix this broad.
That's understandable, isn't it?
By the way, I have an idea. I'm going to try and book somebody. Hold on. Guest appearance
For a facial.
On the show soon. Hold on. Guest appearance on the show soon. It's been too long since we've had you on. There we go.
You're doing this now?
Dude, I'm on a roll with guest booking right now, so I'm trying to ride the hot hand I've got.
Okay.
Flex, no, you have not been fucking muted. Don't worry, buddy. The chat is moving very fast, as April can attest. I'm probably, if there's 10 messages right now in front of my face, I have time to get maybe 2 or 3 of them. So,
yeah,
Flex, you're good, buddy.
If your message can show up in the chat, I promise you're not muted or anything.
Yes, I promise you are not muted by us. So this man got very upset at a lady, and road rage took over. However, in a stroke of luck for the woman, he's very shitty at road rage. Let me go ahead and play this one for you guys. Forrest Gump was running cross country. And he just got a little pissed off. Let's go ahead and play this.
Was he in a white
Marion
Bronco?
County man is in jail after attempting to run someone over with his truck. 58-year-old Randall Johnson threw multiple things at a woman and told her to pay the light bill. And that's according to Marion County Sheriff's officials. After she refused and left his apartment, Johnson got in his truck. He drove toward her while she was attempting to call 911. The victim had to move out of the way of the vehicle. When deputies arrived, Johnson claimed that he did not try to run and hit the victim.
Okay.
So this fucking guy, there is nothing worse than being really, really angry at someone and lashing out and raging at them and totally whiffing.
Yeah, missing is not comfortable in that instance. Quite awkward, actually.
I love that he's throwing shit at her, and just all people hear outside is pay the light bill, and then all of a sudden, and then a guy just goes just taking off after her, and she fucking matrixes the F-150 that he's driving in. Oh fuck. Oh man, it's just like hunting. You got to look beyond your target. Fuck.
Oh, and there's a ditch there.
So he got into his truck and drove toward her. The victim says Johnson threatened to kill her. I guess that would kind of be included in the whole driving his truck at you.
Likely.
She was able to get out of the way of the truck and hide in the woods. But also, what I saw in this story was that this guy then, after she got out of his way, he ended up crashing the truck into the ditch.
Was he drunk? Or just that dumb?
I mean, define drunk. I mean, more drunk than he was the day before? Maybe not.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Maybe his tolerance was super high.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's, I think this guy may have been, he may have been maybe as drunk as he was the day before, but not quite as drunk as Saturday. I think if that makes sense.
As I once was.
Sid Seraph says, I'm clearly blocked. Yes, Sid, we got rid of your obnoxious ass a long time ago, motherfucker.
You are the worst.
Just kidding, buddy. 383 Novocaine says, Santa really let himself go after the holidays. Oh. She looks like she really believes him, says Danger Bear Wolter. Hey, wait a minute. George Zimmerman calling him Brian Johnson's brother. Gru says, so that's what happened to Chad's brother. No, that has nothing to do.
That guy is the one who hit him?
Yeah,
maybe.
Right. Dad? Front Porch Conservative says, oh my God, they've arrested Santa Claus. I've never met a Randy that wasn't fucked up. We don't need to practice driving, Randy.
Randy kind of is that name where if you have it, you kind of are a fuck. You're always drunk.
Magic 8-Ball says he now has a show on Compound Media. Oh, man. I tell you what, the roster's getting really crowded over there. We'd better knock it out of the park on Memorial Day or we're fucked.
Randy the Road Rager.
There you go. He can do a traffic
part of the
show.
Whack Pack.
Yeah. He can do a traffic show. It'll be great. Oh, man. Let's move on to the next one. Let's go. Hey, we're going from Florida to Los Angeles on this one. And by the way, guys, we are knocking on the door of the top of the hour. So let's hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. By the way, 250 away from 10K. 10K by the end of May is still alive.
Here we go.
We continue on this rush. Here's what I think. If we get inside of 9,800 by the end of this week,
yes,
we have a very serious shot at 2K by the end of May.
Guys.
Or 10K by the end of May.
If you're in here, subscribing is free. Hit that button. Tell your friends. Have them hit that button.
Subscribe away, boys and girls.
You all need a good morning show, and this is it.
All right, so take a look. This is a story of I think a part-time police officer. He was caught up in a swarm of bees. And now, I guess if people are allergic to bee stings, like, it can really fuck you up.
Well, you can die if you don't have an EpiPen.
I am not allergic. I've been stung by bees before, and it's painful. It's annoying. You got to get the stinger out. You got to ice it, the whole deal. I can't remember the last time I've been stung, but it's happened before.
I've been, stung by a yellow jacket, but I don't think that's a real bee.
Yeah.
And so I've never been an actual, sting victim, and my grandma was allergic, so I actually worry.
I can tell. Oh, no, I know the last time I've been stung. It happened multiple times in a day. You know, at my family's cabin, if you walk around barefoot, there's little flowers in the grass because they don't do treatment or anything. It's
They're
just,
clovers.
they're clovers. And fucking bees hide in those clovers and you step on them and it feels like a fucking knife just went into your foot.
Yep, I had to pull a few of those stingers from the kids' feet.
Oh, that hurts like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I see, like, if I saw the kids crying at the cabin, I'd be like, guys, what are you crying about? And they go, I stepped on a bee. I'm like, oh, yeah, that fucking hurt. Like, you know when you see a kid crying and you assume, hey, come on, it's not that bad. But then they give you
That's actually that bad.
Yeah, but then they give you the reason and you're like, oh, shit, you know what? Yeah.
I always had them come over to, like, the picnic table bench. I'd get an ice cube, you know, on there for a few seconds, and then I'd quick pull it out, right as rain.
Dude, I would yell.
Quick crying.
I would
It's
yell
all right.
the worst shit when that would happen to me. It would
I know.
always, cock and cunt were always the first
Dude,
words out of my mouth when I
always-
stepped on. And then you see them, and they're in your foot, and they're wiggling and wobbling because they're dying, and they're like all full and bloated, and you go, yeah, son of a big fuck, cunt, cock. Like you can't walk on it right away. It hurts like a son of a bitch. Oh, I hated that.
See, I'm a farm kid. I'm not an idiot. I always wear sandals. And I always told you guys wear
And a
sandals too.
cowboy.
Because I don't want to see, I don't care about you as much because you're an adult, but like,
He's
I
a
don't want to.
roughneck. Daddy was a roughneck too. Oh. Sorry.
You're fucking gay.
You said you were from a farm, so I just inspired a Toby Keith song.
I just didn't want to see the kids crying, so I wish you'd all wear your sandals, but I got good at pulling out stingers.
Big fucking bees, man. Just I can still see the visual of it just going.
To me,
it's spazzing out in my foot. I'm like, how the fuck do you think I feel, you little shitbag?
Even just the goose poop at the cabin is like enough to wear sandals.
Goose
you
poop
pigs.
goose poop is obnoxious. But let's see how this cop handled getting stung by bees.
But a frightening bee attack caught on camera. Neighbors in Encino calling for help as the angry bees swarmed. One of the first responders, this man.
What? Wait a minute. Why didn't this guy let that guy in the car?
I'll tell you why. Because that guy's got some bees on him.
Do
you want that in the car?
What a dick, though. Like,
no.
That's your partner. You got to help him out.
Yeah, but that's not the way. Don't trap the bees in the car with you.
Bees are swarming this old man, stinging the shit out of him, and he's like, let me in. He's like, go fuck yourself. Every man for himself.
I don't think that's it. I don't think it's letting the guy in the car because now they're in there with you.
Oh, man, thanks for the help, pal.
I think you try to run out of the swarm.
The two of you together can now kill him together.
No, you can't. Yeah. When's the last time you were able to swat a bee?
Like every day.
Nobody can get a fly sometimes. Come on.
We've learned he's an LAPD volunteer assigned to the West Valley Division. Those bees stinging him dozens of times. At one point, he collapses to the ground as he tries to escape the swarm. The LAPD says he was taken to the hospital for treatment and observation. Tonight, listed in stable condition. Air 7 HD overhead.
But that's what I'm screaming. Like
was that a cop? That was a BMW.
No, that was a cop.
A BMW cop?
No, he had the badge on his arm.
Really?
Yeah, this was in a wealthy neighborhood. They
Can
got
somebody
BMWs.
spray him with something? Get him off him?
Right.
Anything. Gas those bitches.
Help this poor fuck
you
out.
just mace them real quick. Mace the bee.
The LAPD only does that to the Africanized bees. The only ones they spray.
Fuck.
When that crew of beekeepers finally arrived using a ladder, they focused treatment on the swarm that had gathered in the eaves of a nearby home.
So now, if you're a beekeeper, like, did they do it ethically and like smoke them out and get rid of them, or do they just kill them? Like, what does a beekeeper do?
I think it depends on, I guess, maybe what kind of bees it is.
Because
like if they're a honeybee, I think you can gas them and put them to sleep and relocate them.
Okay.
I don't really know.
Because it would be very satisfying for me as a guy who hates bees to put on one of those suits so I can't be stung and just go right up to their home and go, fuck you, and just put some kind of chemical in there that kills them all and just watch them slowly wilt to death.
I totally agree with you, especially if they're like a wasp or something.
Yeah.
However, I will say that if it's like a honeybee, they're actual pollinators, and I believe they're endangered now, and we need those.
Do you know our cell phones fuck them up?
No.
Bill Maher said that once. I have no idea if it's true.
You're just trusting Bill Maher?
Yeah, I'm trusting Bill Maher on that one.
No,
but
I
guess,
didn't know that.
our GPS signals in our phone fuck with the bee's navigational system, and they just collapse out of the air.
That's not true.
I don't know. Bill Maher said it.
I've never seen this.
Yeah, it's what Bill Maher said like 15 years ago.
I'm sure he was, sober.
I think he was on fire that day.
You can clearly see the swarm of bees surrounding the beekeeper's head here. Luckily, he was kept safe by the special equipment that he wears. He says the bee's behavior was very aggressive and he had no choice but to use a powerful insecticide to kill the swarm to make the neighborhood safe.
Yes, attaboy.
Wow.
That's my favorite kind of beekeeper. I don't want some fruity hippie beekeeper going in there and going, well, you know.
I agree. Kill him.
We didn't want to hurt the bees.
Right.
We wanted to make sure they would still be okay. Fuck you.
Yeah, I agree. Just make sure that neighborhood's safe, because I'd rather kill a beehive than a person who might be allergic, you know.
They just beat that guy to death. You're like, it's easier this way. Don't worry. Quit struggling.
I'm getting you before the bees do.
Yeah, don't worry. It'll be a faster death.
It's a mercy killing.
Yeah, look, people in the chat are even laughing. They're going, he locked his ass out. That poor cop got sold down the river. He gets to tase that fucking guy when they get back.
I promise you, not the right idea. If he's already got a swarm of bees on him, he's bringing them into the car, and now you're both fucked.
Oh, my.
That's like a situation of, okay, it's me and you or just you.
Oh, man. I think it's got to be your duty as an officer to help your fellow officer.
Yeah, maybe get out of the car and get him off him.
I don't know.
You don't let that in the car.
Laughing Lions with $5 says, my joke a la Norm Macdonald. All right, he wants a Norm Macdonald joke. You know what the scariest kind of bee? What? And then, April, you have to guess this part. Go, hey, you know what the scariest kind of bee is?
What?
You got to answer it.
Oh.
And let me try that again. So my the co-host here has some comedic timing. You know what's the scariest kind of bee?
A booby.
No, it's a bee that wants to kill you. That's much scarier. It's a scarier bee, right? Mark Atkinson says, I'm not allergic, but still sucks to get stung.
Yeah.
We had some bees make a nest inside the wall of my bedroom when I was a kid. It took a few days to figure out why we kept getting so many bees in the room. See, now I'm worried because the youngest just had 2 bees in her room the other day.
Right.
And now I'm worried that there's bees in the wall because of you.
Okay, that's really scary now.
Bone Cold says, firearms are useless against the swarm. Learned that from Tommy Boy. That's... I think you could just use that from like size and physics. But yeah, Tommy Boy, Chris Farley movies are definitely the best way to go on
educational.
That. Yeah, for sure. Quick blast from a fire extinguisher in the cop car, says Sandy Squatch. Yeah,
that would have been...
Help your boy.
That's how you help him. Don't let him in the car. Just spray him down.
Stepped on a bee, 199 says, remember, bees are important if you want to eat. How the fuck is there a guy named Stepped on a Bee?
I don't know.
Ready to go, unless he just changed it for this story. Thank you, Stepped on a Bee. That is important to remember.
It is true.
In our anger and outrage that we're feeling towards these bees, they are very important, and I apologize.
You apologize to the bee, not him.
Katie Kidney says, confirmed, April would not let Aaron in the car if he was being stung.
No, that is not the right call. Not when you have a swarm on you.
Wow.
I would get out of the car and absolutely help you, but I'm not letting you in the car.
I would let you in the car.
Well, then you're a retard. Like, that is the most retarded thing you could do.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another edition of Point Counterpoint on the Steel Toe Morning Show. Wronghole Rick says, without bees, we all die. Wasps, though, genocide on all of them.
Oh, yeah. That is not a necessary being.
I hear you, buddy. Flex with $5 says, reporter turns hood, please play that. Oh, yeah, that's the one where he like gets a bug in his mouth or whatever.
Ew.
And he just goes ape shit. He goes back to the hood immediately. Thank you very much. Killer Beehive with $2 says, I find this segment offensive.
Thank
Sorry.
you. Why do we have bee people in here?
Sorry, buddy. I apologize, but we've offended now 2 bee people. Killer Beehive says, you're trusting Bill Maher. That's a good point.
That's what I said.
Yeah. Bill Fenner says, in the mid-2000s, the environmentalists all claimed the bee population was collapsing. Cut to 2023, there's more bees than ever. Yeah, I've seen that too. I saw that data, that the bees are back.
Spy Pigeon says bees are half black. That's why they...
Oh, for God's sake. That is not a scientific fact. We do not know that to be true.
And the other half is yellow. I'll let you fill that part in.
Phoenix says, this is how you get rid of bees. All right, let's take a look. How do you get rid of bees?
We should watch some of these videos.
Oh,
Nest
shit.
exterminating videos.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, that's sick.
I mean, that'll work, right? Okay, dude, I think you got them.
No, you got to make sure you got the ones inside the nest.
I think they're dead.
But they can never be too dead, Aaron.
I think, no, dude, now you're just doing this for you.
Why not?
Okay, this is now just your
Look, the guy behind him has a hose. They're
All right,
prepared.
Now you just want to fuck around with your flamethrower at this point.
Wouldn't you?
It does look fun.
Let that thing roast.
So you take care of the situation.
See, now he's just fucking around.
I want one.
You know who he is? He's Beef Supreme from Idiocracy.
I love that flamethrower. I kind of want one.
I'm a little embarrassed that up until like 2 days ago, I thought Beef Supreme was Stifler.
Yeah, I did
Sean
too.
William Scott.
I always thought that.
Sorry.
Have you ever had apple trees, though, that get those like little worm nests
All the
in them?
time.
You have to light those on fire, too. We used to do that at the farm.
I'm a big apple tree
You
guy.
got to like pour like a flammable liquid on the little nest and just that little part, so that just burns, and you light it on fire. My dad used to do that. It was pretty fun.
All right, guys, we are an even $50 away from knocking out tonight's goal. You guys have crushed it so far today. Remember, anything you go over with goes towards tomorrow morning's show. We've also got Gino coming up at 9 o'clock to talk about some shit that happened regarding him today. Sandy Squatch says our pals at Midland Armory sell a flamethrower.
I think I've seen that advertised.
Really? You got to have like special licensing and qualifications for that, don't you?
I don't think so.
You can't just buy.
No, I think you can.
Can you really? Fuck. There are still parts of America that rule. I mean, we really do have some parts of this country that are awesome.
Somebody's laughing line says April's farm tips are so dang horny.
They're horny tips.
Are they horny tips?
Yeah. $50 even away from tonight's goal. There's the Streamlabs, PayPal, and Venmo link if you'd like to contribute and hit that last $50. We'd appreciate that. That would be cool. Thanks, everybody.
Sweet.
So I guess that officer is okay. He was injured. He did not die. But holy shit, this poor guy. Did we get like extra video on him? Like, did we find out if he was okay? Yeah, there's. Oh yeah. See,
this makes me so sad. Come on.
And the bees are just having a feast.
Why did he smell really sweet, or what happened?
He had a Werther's in his mouth.
Oh,
Yeah.
that'll do it.
Werther's in his pockets. Werther's in his mouth.
You gotta stop with the Werther's, guys.
Yep, you guys got to knock it off. Maybe carry some Smarties, little sour candies. I don't know. Warheads. Bees might stay away.
Did I have to watch this a second time? It is so sad.
So that's it? That's all you guys have of this? Like, everybody's just sitting there filming this poor bastard? Nobody's helping?
Okay, you're a bystander. You're on the sidewalk. What are you doing to help? I want to know what you're doing.
I'm dragging him out like triage on the battlefield.
They're on him.
I gotta find Bubba.
You have to find something to spray them with.
My dick. I save him.
Aaron just starts ejaculating.
Well, I was going to say pissing, but you can take it to street level if you want to. Jesus.
Yeah, I'm hosing him down, guys.
David Lyon says, I want to watch his soul leave his body. Keep playing it. That's all they had.
I hate it. It's so sad.
Deranged Lunatic says, why didn't they use a flamethrower on that officer to get rid of the bees? Oh.
Can we please watch like nest extermination videos from rednecks?
We got to check out the black guy news guy because Flex gave us $5 to do that.
You could have just stopped it. We got to check out the black guy.
Yes. Cerberus with $10 says, evening, this morning's show was great. Need AP on again. Add another Menards distribution center, this time in Ohio. I want to take a leap off a bridge. Well, I hope that we keep you off the bridge.
Yeah. Me sorry.
My friend. Yes. $45 away from nailing it. Thank you, guys. Thank you very, very much. All right. There's I think we've all seen this video a whole big bunch. The newsman turns black. Or no, reporter turns ghetto.
How can he turn black?
Oh, he
What really happened on that Thursday here at Augusta High School that led to Chris Wood's death?
The fuck is that? Shit! I'm dying in this fucking country ass fucked up town. Shit flying in my mouth. The fuck, I can't see pollen. Let's get the fuck out of this country, motherfucker. I can't even see me. Okay.
I want to see him talk newsy again.
What really happened on that Thursday here at Augusta High School that led to Chris Wood's death?
The fuck is that?
It was big.
Shit! I'm dying in this fucking country ass fucked up town.
That's great.
And now let's go back to the sports and see how the local high schools did today.
Dude, that was a big fucking bug. That looked like a horsefly or something.
This country motherfucking town. God damn.
I've never seen that before.
You've never seen?
No.
Oh, that one. That's an oldie.
I would watch videos like that all night.
Yeah, that one's an oldie. I saw this today. I thought I'd pass this along to you fucking creeps. I'm looking at you, Luck of the Bind. They took some 3D shots. They took some shots and did some 3D digital scanning of Titanic.
Again?
Where it's resting. Yeah. Apparently they found that the Titanic is literally turning to dust on the ocean floor.
Yeah, it's going to disintegrate someday.
Very soon we're going to have no more Titanic.
Well, then won't all litter do that someday? So what's the big fucking hullabaloo?
It shows you all our pending, what do you call it? Our pending mortality. All things will return to the earth like they began. And the Titanic will. Now, when we found the Titanic in the 80s, were we able to lift it? Were we able to bring it up?
The whole thing?
Like parts of it, were we able to or no?
Well, I think they brought some stuff from it up,
right?
But you can't just
lift up whole sections of a ship.
I don't know that we had like the equipment at the time to pull up a huge like half of a ship.
And plus the pressure of the ocean at that level.
It's fighting you.
Yeah.
It's weighing that ass down.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like a crazy person. Maybe
you probably are.
Heard this somewhere, but I thought we tried to lift a part of it up and it broke, and then we set it back down.
Maybe.
I could be
I
wrong.
know that they took things out of it.
Yeah.
But I don't know what else you do, because I don't know how deep that was, but it's got to be way down there.
Oh, by the way, the lovely and talented Keanu C. Thompson in the Steel Toe chat this evening, she debuted her program.
Yes, she did.
I think on YouTube today.
Yes, she did.
I hope that went very well, and I hope she didn't have Gino on it.
I think it's youtube.com/Keanu C. Thompson, or it's Keanu Cast.
All right. Well, there you go. Go ahead and subscribe.
I don't know which one.
Well, just click on Keanu's channel there and go subscribe to it.
Congrats to her. That's pretty cool.
Annie says, this sounds like you dreamt it and now think it happened. I know. I'm feeling like I'm insane. I feel like they tried doing. Did they ever try lifting the Titanic? In the 1996 expedition, controversially attempted to raise a section of the Titanic itself, a section of the outer hull that originally comprised part of the wall of 2 first-class cabins on C deck, extending down to D deck.
Oh, so that'd be actually kind of small. All relative, it'd be kind of small.
But I don't think they were able to actually get it up.
I would think that the sheer weight and pressure of like the ocean.
At 6:18 p.m. on August 10th, 1998, a heavily encrusted piece of iron wreckage emerged into the air for the first time in 86 years. So we have brought a piece of the ship up, but I think now in 2023 they've said it's been too long.
It's too fragile.
Yeah.
At this point,
they'll fuck that whole thing up. It'll just crumble and turn to dust in the ocean. But they've done some 3D renderings now of what the Titanic looks like, and that shit is just about gone. Take a look at that.
Tell me that doesn't look like something from the Star Wars movie, the winter one, where all those like big things. Yeah. It's a collapsed
Like,
one.
to me, it looks like a log that's like burnt out in a fire, and all that's left is the ash of it.
Kind of.
Like, it's just about gone. Yeah, take a look at that. The propellers and everything are just kind of disappearing into the ocean floor.
God, that makes me so sad.
Yeah, pretty soon
that would have been really cool to learn from if we could have got it up here.
That whole thing will be gone in our lifetime.
We're getting a glimpse into one of the world's most famous shipwrecks in a whole new light. A 3D reconstruction of the Titanic is being revealed, and it aims to teach us more about what led to the ship sinking on its maiden voyage.
Oh my God, you see that right there? Do you see that? That is a lady sucking the captain's dick as the ship's going down. They got frozen in that position.
Oh, and the band is still playing music for them.
Look at that. That is remarkable. Aaron, it's not a fucking volcanic eruption, you retard. Sorry. See, I'm thinking volcanic eruptions. People get stuck in place. Do you think there's anybody at like Vesuvius, where they got buried and then they unearth these people years later and they are frozen in time? Do you think they found like any husband and wife couples where she like had her hand on his dick?
I'm guessing not.
You don't think so? You don't think as the lava was coming towards Pompeii,
I don't think
that anyone tried to get one quick old-fashioned
I
in?
would guess that most people don't go for the dick.
No.
In death. I would guess they embrace each other.
Yeah, but back then you could make her do it. Like they weren't really totally
Bitch, grab my
people.
dick real quick.
Yeah, jerk me off before the lava gets here.
I want to die doing what I love.
Yeah, what's going to happen first? The lava comes or I do? No, I'll do you next. Just go. Come on. Fucking time's a-wasting.
His tongue is very hot and dry by the time he gets to it.
He gets down there. He's like, wow, you are really wet. And he finds out he's licking lava. He's like, oh, my fucking tongue. Oh, God damn it. Oh, that's going to hurt. He gets to the next town, runs to the next town. He's like, everybody's dead. What? Everybody's dead. Fucking lava on my tongue. Sir, we can't understand you. They just beat you to death because back then they thought he was retarded and that it was contagious. Right. And if he got retard saliva on him, you all were dead.
Yeah, keep you at arm's length at least. Yeah. Cage him.
They just clubbed that guy and speared him in the heart and said, get the fuck out of here. Put him on a stick. Keep the other retards away. They didn't,
like a scarecrow.
Yeah, like a retard scarecrow.
Look, if you fuck 1,000 men, you're a whore.
Sorry, I bumped that one. That had nothing to do with anything. So no, I don't believe in ancient Pompeii they were giving last-second handies, or a guy was trying to perform oral sex on a woman and burnt his tongue on lava, but somehow escaped.
I feel like any human remains I've heard of being found, like they were like in spooning positions or stuff like that.
Yeah, there was some gay shit going on.
Yeah, they were just men.
Let's cuddle before we die. There was one, my favorite.
You love being Little Spoon.
It's enjoyable. I can't fall asleep.
He's at least almost a foot taller than me, and he likes being Little Spoon.
I've been big my whole life. Sometimes I like to feel vulnerable. So there are a few times in Pompeii where they found unearthed remains of human beings, and there are some where a man has his bags packed and the woman is grabbing onto his ankle and it looks like he's dragging her. But I think that was more the middle of a domestic more than it was him trying to get away from the lava.
She was just chained to a radiator with her ankle so she couldn't go any farther.
And they found out through Discovery that she had a black eye and there was a burning meat on the stove.
Most interesting part is they had stoves and radiators back then.
I'm crossing a lot of timelines here. Back in ancient Pompeii, I don't think.
I'm guessing they had cell phones too.
Oh, yeah, they had
call a lawyer.
A dinosaur lawnmower that they used. They had a car that you pedaled with your feet, I believe.
Dude.
I believe ancient Pompeii was the Flintstones.
You would have loved those calluses back then. You'd love chewing on them and picking them.
I don't chew on calluses, but I like to pick
after
a
you
big
pick
callus.
them.
Oh, no, I don't like to chew on calluses.
Abby Kugadassan is in London with the details on this. What an unusual story for you to be covering today, Abby, because some people might wonder.
Don't feel like covering the Titanic thing anymore after we went through all the fucking Pompeii porn.
Well, then after this, can we look up human remains?
Oh, you know what we should have done?
Anal.
We should have pulled up the Titanic and made a pinball machine out of it. You see that? Or bumper pool.
Oh, you're not wrong.
That's a killer bumper pool table or a pinball game.
I'm going pinball.
Yeah.
I love it.
Why now, and what more can we possibly learn from this new model?
What do we need to learn from the Titanic? Big ship, hit berg, crashed.
How about we learn to look?
Guys, I got to move the stream deck back. I keep bumping it. I'm really sorry.
Okay, faggot. What's next?
I had no idea. I didn't mean to hit that. That was the dog. That's apologies, guys.
You talk like a fag, and your shit's all retarded.
I didn't mean to. God damn, he's got a lot of money. They named a whole section after him after it sank. I've got my own section of the Titanic, Robin. Ooh.
Apparently a lot, according to the
there's no Delabate section on the Titanic, Gary.
Experts. We know that this wreck was discovered decades ago, but up until now, analysts and historians have not had a full picture of the Titanic. Now,
which wreck do you think we have a better chance of raising? The Titanic or Britney Spears?
The Titanic.
Okay. We got a better chance of lifting the Titanic.
I think so.
Than we do. Well, that's too bad. Kmart ready. Oh, no. Did it happen? I was prepared for it. But, oh, no.
Am I going to have to console you later?
No, because he was before my time. I just respect those that came before. No, I'm not seeing it. Oh, yep, 5 minutes ago. Superstar Billy Graham has passed away at the age of 79. We kind of knew this was coming. I think on Monday they said he was on life support. He was in a tough spot. But Superstar Billy Graham, if you guys don't know who he is, you know who he's influenced. Jesse Ventura, Hulk Hogan, Scott Steiner, Buff Bagwell, Triple H. A lot of guys were inspired by Superstar Billy Graham. He lived to 79.
It's good for a wrestler.
Yeah,
right?
which in pro wrestling is like 930.
No, that's too bad.
Like one of the oldest. What do we have a better chance of raising? The Titanic, Britney, or Bam Margera?
Oh, God. Britney, question mark, but I'm choking on it.
Britney, but it's close between Bam and the Titanic.
It is close.
All right, that's for sure. All right, guys, $45 away from nailing to the last evening show goal ever for the week. Well, not ever, but for the week. The last evening show of the week. $45 away. Thank you guys very much. How about a few of you team up on that and knock that thing out?
Thank you.
All right. So the guest I wanted to book says, let's talk after this week. I need to sit back for a few days. Crazy week. Okay, so looks like
who the hell?
Looks like I got another.
Can you mute this shit?
I got another guest up my sleeve. Let's just say, I'll give you a hint. He's a member of the clergy.
Interesting.
That's all I'm going
I know
to
who
say.
that is now.
He's a member of the clergy.
That wasn't a very good hint. I mean, it was too good.
That was too good of a
now
hint?
Everyone's gonna
He's a member of the clergy. Who do we know that's a clergyman? Citizen M says, how positive are we that this isn't just intricate kayfabe? Oh, okay. Maybe Superstar Billy Graham dying at the age of 79 is a work. I mean, I don't know what the twist in the storyline's going to be that's going to really make this thing pop, but I appreciate you thinking outside the box.
I felt for somebody in the
Citizen
chat. They said that's the church guy, right? Billy Graham.
Yeah, no, it's not. No, it's not the Reverend Billy Graham. This is a completely different Billy Graham. He's been dead for a long time. Totally different guy. Father Guido Sarducci. Well, guys, don't give it away that we're getting Father Guido Sarducci on the show. There's another guy from back in the 70s that people thought was so goddamn funny that I just don't fucking get.
Ooh, you're getting your priest from your childhood on here.
He swears to God he never touched my butthole.
I bet he didn't.
We're gonna knock this thing out.
I think there's a
finally.
reason that thing is shy.
It's been through too much. Let's do this. This next story here is a great warning story, I suppose. If any of you filthy whores listening to this program, or if any filthy whores sitting next to me, want to get yourself an OnlyFans. Now, I'm sure it's a great way to make some money. You can work from home.
Quick money.
But you're going to have to deal with some fucked up human beings. In this case, I feel like this guy may have crossed the line between OnlyFans creator and OnlyFans subscriber. Whatever kind of invisible buffer there is, this guy crossed right through it. Let's go ahead and hit play. This one's out of, I believe, New Hampshire. Here you go.
He appeared on the witness stand. He's young, he's naive, and was hoping someone could help him.
Defense attorney
Gino Bisconti? Oh, sorry. He said young.
He's a youngin'.
Never mind.
Harry Starbranch says Mauricio Guerrero was disappointed to learn his verdict. A jury finding the 19-year-old guilty on 2 of 4 felonious burglary charges, criminal trespassing, and invasion of privacy for filming the victim's private areas while she was sleeping.
This guy snuck into this OnlyFans person's house, lived in their attic, and would take videos of them while they were asleep.
I didn't think it could get worse than planting a camera somewhere in a bedroom, but it
can get worse. Yeah. And he looks a little bit from behind like Squints Papalodorus from The Sandlot.
Very impressed with the victim. This was not an easy case.
I'm going to live in her attic forever. Forever.
How gross do you feel, though? He saw you do everything.
Well, he thought it was Wendy Peppercorn. He had the wrong house.
her to have to go through, or her mother, who is a victim in the case as well. And so we're very proud of her, and we're happy with the verdict.
The trial surrounded Guerrero's relationship with a Somersworth woman he subscribed to on OnlyFans. Their relationship quickly moved off the website to text, phone, and video calls on the...
Oh, see, big fucking mistake.
Don't ever associate with people that way.
No, don't. Yeah, especially when your whole thing is sexual.
Sex, yeah.
Don't. Yeah.
Because they think they have a relationship with you now.
They create it in their head and they believe it. So
and you're not denying them that.
Right, you're
You
playing
keep
it along
answering.
because you want to keep the tips coming and everything
you
else.
Can't do that.
Guys, don't do that. Yeah, you're not dealing. I mean, you're dealing with people who are, from the bottom of the deck, if you will.
Victim's personal cell phone. Guerrero would make unannounced visits to New Hampshire to see her. During a February 2022 visit, he stayed in her attic for nearly 48 hours before telling her he was in town. They did meet up, and hours later, she thought she saw someone in her home. It was Guerrero. The defense making it clear Guerrero believed the two were in a romantic relationship.
Wait, if you think you're in a romantic relationship, though, do you have to stay in the attic?
Well, yeah, that's the weird thing, right? Like they're saying, oh, he's disappointed that he got found guilty because maybe, mentally he wasn't whatever. But if you're mental enough to think that you guys are actually in a relationship, but you also have the sense of mind to hide from her in the attic, that means that there's a part of you that recognizes this is fucked up.
Exactly. That's
you know what you're doing.
That's the thing. You don't have to hide.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine if, at first I'd started hiding in the nooks and crannies of this house?
Yeah, I found April in the attic all the time. She's like, I didn't know I could sleep in the bed. I'm like, that's what a relationship is. It's fine.
He found me shaking like a chihuahua.
The only time you have to come up here and sleep on the bed of straw is when you have your period.
You missed it. I actually spent some time in the crawl space.
Yeah, I'm
so nervous.
I'm an Old Testament kind of guy. You're bleeding. You got to go out in the barn.
I used to knock on the ductwork to see if I can come out.
I'd yell, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to sleep.
And read on the stand text messages where she told him that she loved him and wanted him to stalk her and be obsessed with her.
We're obviously disappointed. I'm sad for my
Well, then, okay, they're both fucked up.
Yeah.
Now I'm starting to think that maybe the jury shouldn't have.
That sounds, no offense, that sounds kind of like a wash to me.
Yeah.
That's a wash.
This sounds like the ruling should have been, you go this way, you go that way. You both stay within, don't stay within 200 miles of each other and we'll be good.
You two are crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, how about you don't stay in people's attics and you don't meet up with your OnlyFans patrons?
Even if you say it as a joke.
Right.
You can't joke around with a guy like this. He's not normal.
Client, he's very young, and I was hopeful that we would not send him out into the world with a felony conviction, but apparently we're
until he learns to gel the back of his hair properly.
Do you think that lawyer fucks, though?
Holy shit.
I know. If you back this up a little bit and you see her walking, those things are fucking bouncing. She looks like she...
I wasn't even looking at her. What a homo I am.
Yeah. Like...
That lawyer is a top-heavy bitch.
She is going to tip over.
I mean, don't get me wrong. She's seen better days, but...
Yeah, no, but I bet
at
for
closing
like a lawyer,
time, she could still get it.
Oh, yeah, that's a Corky's 9 for sure. 10. Corky's
felony
10.
conviction, but apparently we're going to do that.
So she's giving somebody the fuck me eyes, too.
She's probably looking at her dude she's meeting up with after the bar.
Probably telling this kid, you can subscribe to my OnlyFans and stalk the shit out of me.
You can stay in my attic.
It's disappointing.
Him him feeling so comfortable staying in the attic, I thought his name would have been Hornstein. But I digress.
And one of the burglary charges comes with a max sentence of 15 years, the other a max of 7 years. The misdemeanors each have 12 months. Now, the defense says they don't see Guerrero getting the max sentence, but we will know more at his sentencing in July.
Wow, I'll tell you my feelings. I hope he doesn't get that max sentence because she told him.
Right.
Okay.
She kind of helped.
She's not
fuck
innocent
this up.
in it. And I feel bad for her. I'd freak the fuck out if I found out someone's in my attic watching me, but you asked for it.
He waited, or he has to wait now 2 months to figure out whether or not he's going to jail and for how long.
That's an excruciating amount of time.
I mean, do you agree to just go to jail and then you get 2 months time served?
Yeah, that's what I'd do. I'd be like, you know what? If I don't know yet, just put me in there.
Yeah, just, you know what? Do me a favor.
Because I can't sit at home just having panic attacks waiting.
Yeah, lock me away and, we'll just, just in case.
Maybe give me a week to get my shit in order.
Yeah, let me get my affairs in order. Like Henry Hill in Goodfellas. Mm-hmm. We'll just play it. We'll play it safe here and then just go in the back of the car and go, take me to jail. All right, $45 away from nailing this goal tonight, boys and girls. 20 minutes away from rattling the cans, but I don't see us needing that tonight. Let's all team up and hammer out that last 45 and call it a successful week for the evening shows. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, there it is, pinned to the top of the page. Super Chats, memberships, and Rumble Rants all count as well. If you guys want to help team up, let's go on a quick run. Knock that out. And remember, overtime, we've got Gino Bisconti today.
Yes.
Gino's going to be joining us. That
I'm
should
excited.
be a whole bunch of fun. Guys, I don't know how many of you still play board games.
Ooh, I like Monopoly.
We have children. They love board games, so we play them a lot. Monopoly's the big one. Never any family fights over Monopoly here.
Yet. Wait till they get older.
Look, they're very gracious losers. I'm a very gracious loser.
Yeah.
So, we pull it off pretty well.
I think so.
One 63-year-old man is not as gracious a loser. This one in Gainesville, Florida. He did not take losing very well. Let's check in.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for your weekend report. I'm Cameron.
Wow, he's the most... That is the most weekend-ass anchor I've ever seen.
That is the wieneriest anchor. That is a wiener anchor.
This is a small market TV station, and this is the Saturday afternoon guy. Holy
this is
shit.
Like Bill Hader's extra dorky brother.
They actually found him in an OnlyFans model's attic. It's where they picked this guy up.
Ugh.
Cameron Lunn. Good evening, and thank you for joining us for your weekend report. I'm Cameron Lunn.
Weekend
report. A Gainesville
report.
man is in jail after shooting someone in the neck over a game of checkers.
I mean...
Checkmate, bitch.
How? That's chess.
I don't know my shit.
No, you don't know your shit at all.
I don't know chess.
It'd be
or
more
checkers.
king me.
King me?
If it was checkers. Yeah.
No, but there's a king in chess. That doesn't make any sense. I don't know either of these games.
We were going... I want to tell you where I saw this show going. We were going to make fun of how fucking stupid this guy was. You have just disqualified yourself. You are not allowed to attack this man's integrity, his intelligence.
I'm not shooting anyone.
This motherfucker understands checkers a lot more than you do. This man's forgotten more about checkers than you could learn in 3 lifetimes.
Okay.
Checkmate.
I've never played.
This shit is chess. It ain't checkers.
Jeez.
But he shot a guy in the neck. I've never seen anyone get passionate over a game of checkers. I mean, because it's literally this. You go.
Isn't it usually a bunch of virgins?
It's usually old men.
Oh.
Old men play checkers. They go to the park. They just move them around on a board. It's all the smart, rich, hoity-toity old people that are playing chess.
I know we had a shooting over Monopoly once.
Here?
Yeah, no, you and I did a story on a shooting over a game of Monopoly.
I was going to say, I must have missed that game. I don't remember anybody getting shot.
Oh, yeah, I got real wild. It was the boy, actually. Shot it.
6-year-old.
The dog.
6-year-old capped the dog because he was pissed he wouldn't get Park Place.
According to Gainesville police officers, 63-year-old Henry Pope was arguing with a neighbor at the Sunshine Inn when he went to grab a gun. Pope allegedly shot the victim, fled the scene, hid the gun in a fanny pack, and was found hours later hiding in a bush.
I love this guy. He's old school.
This whole story is great.
Shoots a guy in the neck, hides the gun in a fanny pack, and then hides in a bush. You're 63 years old. How often while you're in that bush do you reconsider the choices you made that brought you here?
I probably figure he had a life.
Motherfucker, this year I just qualified for Medicaid. Here I am hiding in a bush. The fuck happened to me? Oh, man, I shouldn't have experimented with all that PCP back in the 80s. God damn.
Was that
it? The victim was rushed into surgery at UF Health Shands. Pope is being held in the Alachua County Jail on charges of attempted murder.
That guy's fucking face really gets me.
But just like the checkers game, he couldn't close the deal.
Oh.
Shot the guy in the neck, and the guy made it. Now, if it would have been a chess game or a Risk game or a Monopoly game, that guy might have been fucking, dunzo. But since it was checkers, they were able to make it.
Is checkers something to be mad about?
I never thought so.
I didn't even care enough to learn it.
Yeah, apparently so. Guys, we have an update on New York City and how they're handling all these illegal immigrants coming to their city. They announced a while back that they had closed down Rikers Island. The famous penitentiary would be no more. No more Rikers Island. They're not going to house prisoners there. I mean,
Why?
because in New York City, you don't have enough people to lock up.
This doesn't make any sense. That's not the place to close prisons.
Well, don't worry, April. They have realized the error of their ways, and now they have announced that they're reopening Rikers Island.
Oh, thank God.
To house illegal immigrants.
Oh.
So
Well,
far,
technically, they are illegal.
yeah,
They're breaking the law.
so far, we've seen them kick out a wedding party out of a hotel
Yes.
so they could put migrants in there.
Fair.
We've seen them close down an elementary school gym so they could house migrants in there.
In the gym.
And now we're reopening Rikers Island so that we can put migrants in there. And remember, this is like the first time New York City has experienced a mass number of migrants coming to their city. Texas, Arizona, border states, they've been dealing with this shit for generations, since the 70s and 80s. And they've been fine.
Certainly not housing them in prisons, which
Right.
technically, in my opinion, though, isn't the wrong place for them. Because like I said, they are breaking the law.
Yeah, but they're just...
I understand that like somebody let them there.
At this point, they're just kind of stacking them wherever they can get them.
I don't know.
They're just kind of like, open this up, open that up,
I
put them
had a-
over there. How long until New York finally bends and goes, you know what? As much as we are trying to build the next generation of voters for the Democratic Party, maybe we should clamp down on this border thing because it's really starting to become a pain in the ass for all of us.
I actually had a good idea for them in New York. I think the rat czar should hire them all to round up the rats.
There you go. You guys can get a government job rounding up all the rats
Good
in New York
benefits.
City. Oh, yeah.
Probably get at home.
City government job? Are you kidding? Thank you very much, Sid. Incredibly generous. He has finished us off tonight. Well,
Sid finished us off.
That could have been put better. We knocked it out tonight. Thank you. Another successful evening show week for Steel Toe. Thank you guys very, very much.
Thank you.
Well, like I said, we're going to get Gino in here in about 20 minutes. And if you don't know by now, Gino Bisconti made Kevin Brennan rage quit his own show without even being there.
How does that happen?
Gino must be the most obnoxious motherfucker who ever lived.
A wizard?
He's got to be a wizard. I believe, I've watched the clips now. I believe, Kevin has this problem that he believes everything he reads on the internet. And I think people were telling him stuff about Gino that wasn't true, but he believed it, and it drove him nuts.
On Gino's impromptu, what was it? His in hot water supplement stream. Weren't they just talking about how you can't believe everything you read on the internet?
Yep.
How these people, how all these like show hosts and stuff are going to their listeners posting crap on the internet that's completely false,
Right.
but they'll take it as gospel.
Don't listen to these people. They're
You can't.
fucking with you.
That's not the place to go for your news.
All right, guys. So anything else you chip in tonight goes towards tomorrow's goal. So we got 2 goals left for the week, and it's another successful Steel Toe week. Thank you very much for your support on this listener-supported
thank
program.
you.
And remember, it's not too late to get your Steel Toe coffee. CrescentMountCoffee.myshopify.com. It is pinned to the top of the page. Also, the link is right there in the chat. If you want to check this out, go ahead. Get a bag of Steel Toe coffee. You're going to love it. Bali Blue Indonesian blend, medium to dark roast. You're going to absolutely love Steel Toe coffee. So pick yours up today at CrescentMountCoffee.myshopify.com. Again, there's the link in the chat. Click it, save it, whatever. Ro Jogan says, is the coffee tuck friendly?
Yes.
Always tuck friendly.
And it is a medium and dark mix, and it's not medium too dark.
Yes, and
Both.
if you use the promo code JITTERS with a Z, you're going to save $1 off a bag. There you go. Dub says, great show with Adonis Paul this morning. Well, thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Adonis was great, and we're going to have him back sometime very soon.
Somebody just called you boring, Aaron.
They called me.
How do you feel?
Oh, boring, Aaron. Boring, Jeremy. Oh, Paul, you son of a bitch. Oh, shit. Why would you try to hurt? Why you want to hurt me so bad? 15-year-old boy killed while surfing on New York City train cars in the subway. Or no, train. Oh God, like train cars.
So like a non-story.
He was surfing like the passenger trains.
Yeah.
Up above.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a self-cleaning oven.
Yeah, that to me is a non-story. Oh, he fucked around and found out.
Jesus.
Like, where were your parents? You're 15. But, like, where's your brain cells?
I know where one of them was. A 15-year-old boy was killed while surfing on a train car on Staten Island Wednesday afternoon. The teen was hit in the head by an unknown object. Oh, no. That'll knock your head clean off.
Yeah, and now you're making people see that. I don't even feel bad for the kid. You chose that life.
There's been people who, like, they stick their head out car windows and they hit shit.
It gets lopped off.
And, yeah, it just fell off.
My mom had to witness a motorcycle.
A what?
A motorcycle
accident. Very good.
When she was younger and she watched somebody get decapitated.
Yeah.
And I don't think you go back from that.
Oof. Gina Bobina, you got to remember, her and Johnny are the ones who love coffee. Get it straight, Gina. They love the coffee. They got the coffee for them. She's like, oh, I got a bag because I know how much you love coffee. Oh, wait. I
adore coffee. I don't go a day without it. I'll have it twice a day sometimes.
That's why she was the point man on the coffee thing. I just thought it would be
an honor to me.
I thought it would be great for us to get a coffee because Jeremy from the Quartering always acts like hot shit because he has a coffee, and we always make fun of him for how douchey he is in plugging his coffee. We're like, watch, anybody can get a coffee.
Oh, this absolutely started as a joke.
Yeah.
But now I love it.
And now it's awesome. It's great. Right. So, Gina, I'm sorry. I think you were just a little confused. I know you didn't mean that as an own because that was a brutal swing and a miss. So this 15-year-old boy goes train surfing, and I thought he died because I've seen these stories before where they try to jump from one train to the other.
No.
Like they try to do some daredevil shit, some adrenaline junkie stuff. No. This guy just stood up on the roof of the train, and he just... That happened in Minnesota once where somebody stuck their head out a car window. Yeah, they got hit by a road sign, and their head just went...
I've heard
down the road.
Stories from an old volunteer Sauk Rapids firefighter who had to respond to a snowmobile accident where they had drove into a barbed wire fence very quickly and also decapitated themselves. So
this kid actually kept his head, though.
Oh, that's good.
The teen was hit in the head by an unknown object and found unconscious on top of the Staten Island railway car. So he dropped where he was. EMS rushed the teen to Staten Island University Hospital North in critical condition, but he did not survive. MTA officials have repeatedly urged people not to ride on top of trains. You know what? Do me a favor. Stop doing that. Stop warning people not to ride on the top of trains. I think by the time we hit 15 years old, we should have that nugget stored away in our brain, and we should be able to figure that out on our own. If we can't, then we should be left to our own devices.
Yeah, did we really need the guy that decided to surf on trains?
No, that kid. Now that guy's not going to grow up to have children of his own.
Who do you think you are, James Bond?
Exactly. Yeah, Idris Elba. Next, James Bond. I think they might go with
that's right.
They want him to. They want to go with Idris Elba. I'm going to say this, and I can't believe it's 2023 and I'm saying this, but Idris Elba a little too old for the role.
Yeah. Yeah, I completely agree.
Get Mahershala Ali if you want a black James Bond.
Huh?
Mahershala. Michael B. Jordan. Anytime they need a black guy now for movies, they just get Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, he's plenty hot. Like, he'll fit the bill.
He's an American. It's not going to work. David Chandler with 1999 says, any plans for K-Cups? Yep, we're going to give this a month. We're going to see how the Steel Toe coffee sells, and then we're going to see if our supplier wants to do more with us. K-Cups, whole bean option is another one that people have been asking about. Thank you for the $20.
Thank you.
David Chandler. It's Eric Nagel, of course. Says, I love the videos in India where the people fall off trains or get electrocuted on top. That's a very strange thing to like.
Well, I'm not against what Eric is saying because, like, you're the idiot that did it.
Yeah. That whole jumping on top of trains thing, Oh. Rebel the Uncanny. I can't read that, but I don't know. I don't protest to know what's in Ian Fleming, what would have been in Ian Fleming's heart. I'll say that. But that is very colorful language, shall we say. Gru Vinegar says, but a black James Bond won't be allowed inside the casino. Times have changed.
Are you sure?
I don't mind it. Like, I don't mind the idea of a black James Bond. I don't really care. I feel like they've gone so far with so much different shit that a black James Bond is just like, that's almost.
You're just happy they're not trans.
Right. Like, that's
like black. It's not Dylan Mulvaney.
Right. Like, yes, exactly. A black James, like, it's not Eddie Izzard. A black James Bond to me is like almost dialing it back.
You're right. Bit. It could have been worse.
Yeah.
We're talking, though, like that's like on a bad scale.
Yeah. Okay, guys.
Which I don't think is.
Guys, I'll give you your two choices that the studios are looking at. Idris Elba and Elliot Page. Go ahead.
You're a bad person.
Yeah, you get to pick.
No.
See what I mean?
We're not having Juno up there.
Whoa. Their name is Epstein, and they're Hollywood producers. No. Oh, the movie. Sorry.
Yeah.
April needs to see the videos of hundreds of people riding on top Indian trains.
If you do that, though, I don't think you're the smartest.
People riding on top of trains. India. Let's make sure it's on YouTube so we don't get in any kind of trouble. Traveling on a train's roof, India's most crowded train. Get the fuck out of here. Is this... They do this? Oh, my God. Yes, they say we are going to a place called Bergen-Belsen. It's going to be very nice, so we packed in here like sardines.
Is the train running on time?
I believe it is. They're very timely people.
What the hell is this?
Guys, I don't need a whole fucking, like, production thing. Here they come. Wow. Train's pulling into the station. The fucking roof caves in. Look at that.
This is maddening. I hate it.
This is way worse than like Japan's subway where they like whack them with sticks to get them in the train cars. You know what one of the biggest problems in Japan is on the subway?
I would like to answer, but I shouldn't.
Fingerings. Yeah, girls just get fingered on the subway. Because they're all just standing.
Can we shut our legs?
They're all just standing in packed like this, and people just start finger popping bitches on the
Wear some
pants.
Wear some fucking pants.
I don't know what to tell you, but they have a serious finger popping problem in
They just have holes
Japan.
in their pants?
Yeah, look at that. Could you imagine? And this is not a statement on India, by the way. This is a statement on just crowded trains. Could you imagine how that smells?
Thanks for that. No, I can't imagine, but I would rather not.
There ain't no going back. No, Triple N, I don't believe it is called the Streeter Express. I don't think that's the actual name of it, but thank you for trying to help.
Definitely shitting off the train.
Mr. Nagel says you should see when they fall off when the train is on the track above valleys. Oh, no.
I don't know. Can we watch that on here?
Indian people falling off trains.
This doesn't look like a good search.
It feels racist.
Yeah, it does.
Death view ever. Girl falls in front of Indian speedy. Oh, no, that's a...
Don't
oh my
hit
God.
the animal.
Animals hit by train compilation.
No.
Yeah, I don't see the...
Come on now. Eric, if you want to put a link in the chat or something.
Indian train journeys. Train accident. Man falls from train. All right. There you go. Just a nice little train ride. Another day. We're packed in like sardines. Just getting to our destination. Heading to work for the day. Off we go. They're all just look at that. They all just run off the train at their destination. They don't even stop. Oh!
Is that really falling off
That's
the train?
it? Come on. That's not falling from the train. That's just a guy bumping his ass.
That's like you took a leap and you tripped.
Yeah, that's a clumsy you moment. That's all that is. Joe Smash says, "Can I with $5 says, can I get a Chinese macho man?" Oh yes. Very, very good. The cream rise to the top. Oh yeah.
Please do the dig it.
Oh yes, cream rise to top. Yeah, oh yeah, dig it. There you go.
I hope you feel cute.
Is that is that better? All right. Let's go to let's send Gino out a link here, and we can get Gino on the show, and we can start going over some of these clips. Fucking naughty boy Gino Bisconti once again picking on poor Kevin Brennan, causing poor Kevin Brennan, I hear, to rage quit his own show.
Has that man not had enough?
I tell you what, I just wish that he would stop. I wish that Gino would cut the shit and be a good boy. Let me
maybe he got extra bitchy today since he had no compound.
Let me tweet out this DM here to old Gino. There you go. All right, Gino's got the notification for himself there on Twitter. He can come join us at any time. All right. And then we will check out. We will talk to Gino. We'll get it straight from the horse's mouth, just what this fucking guy did to upset poor Kevin Brennan. We have a series of clips. Apparently, Gino has done something. He has poked the bear yet again. And, you know Kevin Brennan.
A little bit.
He just wants to do a nice little show. You know, he's got all of his show prep with stories from all over the world, and he's got fun videos and news stories that he wants to show you. And, you know, he just wants to, riff with his friends about different topics, on Misery Loves Company. Well, here comes this Gino Bisconti causing all kind of trouble, all kinds of drama, all kinds of things that MLC just wants nothing to do with. Right?
Right.
Just wants to do a fun little wacky morning zoo show in the afternoon. And instead, Gino creates a bunch of drama, bunch of problems. And now Kevin's got to talk about that all day. I tell you what, it's just, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. And here Gino comes just causing problems. So somebody tell this fuck that we've got the link sent to him on Twitter. And he's going to join us in the next 5 minutes here. David Chandler says, I missed the MLC part, but caught Gino's stream afterwards. He was heated. Was he heated?
Gino was heated?
Ooh. I like heated Gino.
Why would Gino be heated?
He was a little, I guess some accusations were being thrown around.
Uh-oh.
Gino was being accused of some behaviors, and that's why I want to have him on the show. I want to
clear
get it,
the air.
I want to get it straight from the guinea's mouth and find out just what happened here. But I do not have Gino yet. I just sent him out the link. I'm sure he'll be here in just a little bit. I'll just let him know really quick.
Call him.
That we sent it out. No, he's going to be on the show.
I hear you.
Just DM'd. Oh, just DM'd the link.
I just did your inbox.
I just stroked your inbox. David Chandler says victorious but heated. Okay, well, I want him to bring that same whoppy passion over to this program.
Sure.
And we're going to play some clips for him, and he can react to them with us. All right. Before we get to that, we got a few fillers we can do. You guys are $15 into tomorrow morning's goal. We do appreciate that.
Thank you.
Women with sexual dysfunction. April, listen closely. What? No. I'm saying in case you know anybody who suffers from sexual dysfunction. April has a hard time.
Thanks, Aaron.
April doesn't want me talking about this, but she has a hard time getting her dick hard. It happens to a lot of...
I spend too much time tucking.
It happens. Yeah. It cuts off circulation. You get Peyronie's disease, and it makes erections remarkably painful.
They curl under.
Women with well, we don't need to get graphic. I didn't think that was necessary.
What if you did tuck too much and then your dick got hard but like curled under instead of going up?
Well, clearly I need to book a guest who can talk to us about this. Gino Bisconti joins the program. Women with sexual dysfunction reported a large increase in arousal after an hour of electrical stimulation.
Ooh.
There you go.
I like the sound of this.
You just got to shock the shit out of your pussy and maybe you'll be able to feel something.
I'm picturing like putting like wires up to it and shocking.
Just putting battery chargers up to it.
Yeah, battery charger on it.
Yeah. All right, fire it up. Give it some gas. Oh my God. That's amazing. I felt something. A little something.
I felt something.
Stimulating the clit with electrical impulses could increase arousal to treat low libido. Wow, imagine that. jump-starting your sex organs with electricity might make you feel something.
This to me sounds like the prescription all women need to buy more toys.
Yeah, this really doesn't sound like a very scientific explanation.
You just say, oh, well, I only have those toys because I have low libido and I wanted to get it up for you.
Yeah, like I don't really understand.
I'm going to try this.
I haven't seen any kind of scientific study that shows us that this just sounds like some quack saying, yeah, wrap a car battery around your pussy and, give it a good jolt. Let's see what happens.
Car battery. Crush the damn thing.
Put one of those hand buzzers on your pussy and then just push on it.
Just put it in like an electrical socket.
Yeah.
Actually.
What you do is you tie a fork to your pussy and then you fuck a socket. And then you'll be able to feel something.
I like how he's thrusting.
Yeah, I'm thrusting the fork into.
He's forking.
It's the podcasting version of stool humping, basically. In a small study, of course it was a small study. In a small study, we tased a bunch of women in the cunt and they all went ooh, and we figured, we got something.
A taser, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Half an hour of stimulation. Jesus.
Put it in a toaster.
Don't you gals got anywhere to be? Half an hour of stimulation raised women's arousal by several points on a 1 to 5 scale. Well, yeah.
What are you doing for a half hour?
Dude, this was totally doctors who just wanted to touch women's vaginas.
How don't you come in less time than that? I feel like if you were...
I think that's a 5 on the scale.
If you were shocking your shit, though, I feel like you're going to nut and then not like it anymore.
All of a sudden, you just smell like burning flesh. You're like, you know what? I think the project has gone on too long. I think we need to kill this thing. Including in some participants with spinal cord injuries that affect their ability to experience genital sensations. Wait a minute. You were taking a bunch of gimped out cripples and electrocuting their vaginas?
They're actually all in wheelchairs.
What the fuck?
They're quadriplegics.
What kind of study is this?
A weird sex fetish.
I really don't understand what the need for this was. Well, I knew a lot of quadriplegics, and I always wondered, if I shock you in the cunt, would you feel it? And, well, sure enough, they gave us a 2.
See, me having grown up on a farm, if I were to ever experience low libido, God forbid, I'd just use a cattle prod.
Exactly. Ma'am, you didn't need to bring a butt plug to this study. We told you to leave your own toys at home.
And if I'm really in a bind, I'll just pull my pants down and lean up against the electric fence.
There you go. That's a good idea. Some degree of sexual dysfunction affects an estimated 2 in 5 premenopausal women worldwide. Symptom. If April ever tells me she's having a hard time feeling her stuff, I just give her a good right hand right to the box. Just bam, kicks everything right in. It's like a car that's not running properly. You remember when Jack Wade in GoldenEye took the little mini sledge and he just put a stick in there and just hammered at his engine? And the car fired right up. That's basically what my right hand does. It's like the hammer of Thor. Right, just bam.
Yeah, but then when he finishes fucking it, you can hear like my broken pelvic bone grinding against itself. It's really gross and off-putting.
Small price to pay. That's what I always think. Small price to pay. Symptoms vary in severity and can include not feeling aroused, struggling to orgasm, and experiencing pain or discomfort during sex. So what we decided to do to help people with that is we decided to electrocute them in their pussy.
The Electric Clit.
Yes.
That'd be a cool band name.
It's actually, I'm opening a sports bar of a similar name. Where the fuck is Gino?
Probably fucking. Maybe he's electrocuting his clit.
Shit is this bag of dicks
That's why I said
doing?
call him, because you don't have to like keep him on the phone, but just alert him.
We gotta tell this motherfucker.
Just make his phone ring.
We're not gonna have time to get this this KB audio done.
We promised the people.
We promised Gino, and we promised those clips. God damn it, we're gonna get them. Elizabeth Boteroff at the University of Michigan and her colleagues explored whether applying electrical impulses to the dorsal genital nerve.
Where the hell is that?
That's the one on your back, that when you're in the ocean. It's your dorsal.
Where you told me my blowhole was earlier?
Yes. Which is involved in sexual pleasure in the clit, would increase arousal in 5 women, 2 of whom had spinal cord injuries. Yeah, so we're just electrocuting cripples' genitals.
Hey, don't you shame them. Whatever you got to do to feel.
I guess so. All the women had sexual dysfunction as assessed via a survey. No transgender people were included in the study. We have to make sure we include that. nowadays.
Well, thank God no transgender people are having hard times orgasming.
Right, we're not shocking people in the cock. It's not necessary.
That's a clit, Aaron.
In a clinic, the researchers placed two. Yeah, you know what? That would be a good idea. Just get trans people for the study and be like, hey, you wanted to be a woman, sit the fuck down. We're doing this study. No, that's a penis. Yep, women can have penises now. Strap in.
Why is this called sexual dysfunction when it's an actual fact that a lot of women don't orgasm that often? Like, a lot of women don't come during sex, like, often. You can look that up.
I've heard that it's like...
It's pretty...
Is it like 26%?
We are tough customers.
What percentage of... No, don't have that problem around here, boys and girls. Am I right? Up top. Give it up. That's right. Fucking, that's why they call me Mr. 1 in 15. Wait, what? Hold on. That's... 15, that's...
Geez, I don't like any of these questions.
What percentage of women are... Oh, my God.
I know, they're really, really dark.
If you type in what percentage of women on Google, it goes, what percentage of women are essayed? What percentage of women get breast cancer? What percentage of women die in childbirth? What percentage of women experience postpartum depression? Wow, this is all just really...
Are infertile?
Yeah, this is all just really bad shit.
Have miscarriages?
Wow, Google hates you
Our
guys.
stay-at-home moms, that's maybe the worst one.
You ready for it? Let's see what happens when I type men. What percentage of men are over 6 feet? Oh, wait a minute. Get prostate cancer, are colorblind, make over 100 grand a year, have yachts, cheat, go bald, can bench 225, are circumcised.
That's fucking funny.
We have way more cheery.
Yeah, you have cool ones.
Ours are great. All right, guys, we have a homosexual on standby waiting to join us. Let's go ahead and bring him up, and let's also move his. I gotta change this whole thing up. I've got this moved for all of our guest co-hosts. There we go. That'll do. We'll move him over to the side because we got to make room for the Kevin Brennan clips. Gino Bisconti, how are you, sir? Oh boy,
he's looking good.
Do you know how close I came to shaving the hair off of Six so I could have her in my lap whilst petting her a la Dr. Evil? AIDS. That's AIDS.
I have to ask you a question. How is it that you caused a man...
4 inches, but I measure from the small of my back. All right, what? What is it?
How is it that you cause a man to quit his own podcast without typing or saying a word?
This is good.
I'm going to tell you, your listeners, a little thing they might be privy to. I'm a piece of garbage. I don't know if you've known that. I'm a piece of garbage. But one thing this piece of garbage does, as evidenced by the fact that I just told you I'm a piece of garbage, Daddy doesn't lie. Daddy doesn't lie. And, we've had our ups and downs with Bob Levy, but that was just, us losing patience with the fact that he wasn't saying anything when Kevin would shit on us. But now it's not enough for him to just not say anything. Kevin needs him to agree, and Bob starts pushing back. And when you push back, well, Kevin kind of says, Kevin, you ready for this? This was the moment I knew I won. When Kevin became Chad. Okay? Oh. Yeah. Kevin literally became Chad because me and you talked about it first, Steel Toe. Well, we were the first, I'm sure. Anyone with half a brain, that's you, April. Anyone with half a brain, kidding, gorgeous. Anyone with half a brain knew this, okay? That when Chad goes, well, that isn't really what happened. What happened was, and then he did a lesser lie. Because, like, if I do a lesser lie, I can still get away with the lie. But since I admitted to the bigger lie, I said bigger. Remind me to call Godfrey. Since I copped to the bigger lie, they'll believe the smaller lies. So when Brennan, if only we had clips of him saying he would not pay Ray DeVito until Ray DeVito gave out everyone's number. We do. If only Brennan had said yesterday, yeah, Gino gave out your number. While he's on the air with both, and again, you're gonna have to take my word for it because it's not up in the MLC Patreon yet. It's like
Gino, I have clips.
Oh please,
really?
Would you like to watch some clips? Now,
I would.
Hold on, I want to do this one more time. I practice.
I was sent some clips.
Were you?
Yes.
By whom? Or would you rather not say?
I would rather. Well, the folder says G. Bisconte, so I don't know who sent them to me, but I have 5 clips.
AIDS.
I have 5 clips. One of them is 5 minutes long. That'll be the last one we do.
It's so funny.
Okay.
Somebody sent me 5 clips. It's almost like I know what the 5 clips are. And here's the weird thing. Wait, is it a clip of me yelling the N-word on stage? Oh, they don't exist. So
well, I need to ask you a question before we get into these, because if I just sit by and let you gloat, we'll be here all night. So
I canceled all my seller spots.
So
that's funny.
This all stems from Ray DeVito claiming that you gave out his phone number. Now, the lie began with Gino gave it out on the air. Well, you can search compoundmedia.com, where you can also find great episodes of The Steel Toe Show. And you can see that.
Does Bobby have a show on that network?
Bobby who?
I love you, Bobby. Go on.
Bobby's wonderful.
Bobby's a sweet boy.
No, Bobby, I was only kidding, Bobby.
Here we go.
So they said that you gave out Ray DeVito's number. First of all, if I go the rest of my fucking life without hearing the name Ray DeVito, I will feel like I've died and gone to paradise. Why is this a thing? The Corn deserves more airtime. But anyway, I don't dislike Ray DeVito. I just don't understand why I shouldn't know the name Ray DeVito. As Patrice O'Neill said at the roast of Seth MacFarlane when he was talking about Anthony Jeselnik, he goes, I shouldn't even know his name. He goes, I'm not learning another shitty last name. Ray DeVito says that you gave out the number on In Hot Water. You did not. Now, Kevin Brennan was saying today, and we'll play the clips, that you gave out Ray DeVito and Kevin Brennan's phone number in some kind of chat that you're in?
Chat room. As if, and that was part of the lie. Let me explain something. The only thing harder to name than a chat room right now is a current TV show, which is why we won't talk about the writer's strike. We'll get to that.
Oh, people are dying for your take on the writer's strike.
No, what is it? Are we in support yet?
I'm good to you guys. Like, look, I get it. Your dog's got a bigger cock than me and Aaron combined. I get it.
Seriously.
I get it.
That was voted. Not true. I repeat, not true.
He has to carry it around in a bag under him.
So there's no secret In Hot Water message chat where you guys give out people's phone numbers?
Just you two, right?
I
would
be pissed because I'm not part of the chat.
Well, we talk about you and we give out phone numbers. Okay.
Oh, bro,
we gave out your phone number and we're like, everyone's like, we're not that bored.
So Brian Johnson's in the chat calling me a cunt. I understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
And by the way, all Brian Johnson, no, he didn't shit on you. You'll see. He's just like, I don't get it. But he
doesn't like the show. That's fine. It's not for everybody.
The only thing worse than, than if we were in a chat room, right, would be that you're so old and so out of lies because you've become Chad. And it's like when you lie, it's like a kindergartner telling a story and it's like, oh, they'll believe this. And the second you say it and no one says that didn't happen, you're like, okay, it happened.
Yeah.
When you're so used to that, then you're like, when Bob Levy says he couldn't have given out the number because unless he gave out the number at 3:45 on his show and said, everyone in 1 hour and 38 minutes text Ray at the same time, and I wasn't on the boss's show and I hadn't done my YouTube yet. When Bob said, yeah, he couldn't have possibly done it. Kevin goes, well, he's in a chat room. I don't know if you know this, Bob. This is okay. So again, if we have a chat room where we give out everyone's number except Aaron because people don't want it. If we do, that's on us. But you know what? The only thing that would be worse is if you're so used to lying and no one on your show, your panel, pushing back, so it must be true, that you say, what's in my chat room? Because I'm 65. And the last time I left my home and wanted to meet women, because he might have to get back into that.
I don't know.
I would hang out in chat rooms.
Now,
someone please send me any of the chat rooms I'm in. Please.
You heard
They're
him.
coming flooding.
You heard him, Stancil. Yeah. So now.
How bored are you two when we don't hang out? I don't get.
Ultra
you do.
I don't actually.
Right, not important.
When I'm not around you, I do this weird thing called get a word in. So I'm You know what I've noticed about Kevin? Now, unlike you, you're gloating. You feel wonderful, as you should. You and Kevin have been at each other's throats.
Who, me?
I feel bad for Kevin because Kevin lets that chat pull him in all directions. Everyone but Kevin, even Bob, everyone but Kevin knows these people are full of shit. They're either making jokes or completely making shit up to get to Kevin.
Lying.
But he bites on it every time. It's like the chat is doing pump fakes and he tries to jump the route every time. So they just keep running the same play on him and he keeps biting on it. Kevin can go back to just doing his normal show if all he does is assume that his chat is completely full of shit.
Well, not only that, but simply put, when he does the solo shows, which we're all behind, he has no one there to believe his lie. So he doesn't really lie. He just rambles stupidly and it's entertaining.
Yeah.
But and we've said this, it's fucking the Romans are the chat room and fucking they're in the Colosseum on the ground fucking and they're responding to it. So when he goes, he's in a chat room and people like that can't happen. And that's the moment. Okay. And then actually it might've been slightly before. Do you have the clip where he goes, Gino gave out Ray's number on the air and Bob goes, no, he didn't. He gave out all the numbers except 4. And then Kevin becomes Chad. And he's like, well, maybe a lesser lie. And he says, okay, he gave out all but 2. And Bob goes, no, he didn't give out the last 4. And that's the moment that I fucking, at some point he says chat room. And that's when I call Ski Mask. Wow, I didn't call him Steel Toe because I'm on the right show. Sorry, I always flip-flop the S words. I'm old. That's the moment I call Ski Mask. And Ski Mask goes, Gino's calling me now. And you watch Kevin, don't answer it.
Yep, I saw that, yeah.
Panic, terror, don't answer it. And then he starts screaming at the thing because he knows I'm watching. I'll find you. And I'm sitting there like,
I got 4 clips, 4 short clips we can play, and then 1 long clip that we'll get through. And by the way, I have to say, after kind of removing myself from actually being involved in that world and going on the shows, I have to tell you, it's the way to live. I think Carl from Who Are These Podcasts nails it. The prime directive, they say on Who Are These Podcasts, just observe and report. That's it. Don't get involved. Don't jump in. Just observe and report. It's wonderful. Let's go this first one. I don't know if these are in order. Let's do the first one. The first 4 are real quick. They're between 5 and 20 seconds.
Okay.
Am I on camera or am I allowed to masturbate to these again?
You are on camera, and the way you're trimmed right now, your dick would never show. So
you could do what you want.
It's totally fine.
We can't all be Gordo. Fine, let's go. I won't.
All right, I'm going to move this over here. I've got, that's not that one. I got to move this over so it doesn't cover Gino's beautiful face, the reason why
gorgeous
people are here. This one's titled KBDM for numbers. Let's check this one. This is 5 seconds long.
All right.
Again, anybody wants anybody's numbers, DM me. Anybody's numbers.
Whoa.
Okay. So so already we're off to a hot start.
Yep.
So let's address that. This will take 1 minute. You understand, again, I gave out his number, and anyone that knows the actual story, I didn't give out his number. And I don't have 3 hours to say what precipitated it, but I gave out his number and my number at the same time to prove a point. And my number, I still give out. I get texts all the time. And he thinks he's like, this will ruin him. But and let's play a Columbo type game. If the numbers do start to circulate of other people, why wouldn't he give mine out? Oh, because he already knows that mine is out there. And if you see a screenshot of it on your Twitter, it might be odd that the screenshots exactly match Kevin Brennan's phone. And should we do one more? And the names are exactly what he calls people. I believe there's a number out there that says Kumia and another one that says Keanu, which is what Kevin calls it, just hypothetically speaking. But again, it's almost like he's like, but I can't give Gino's out because he doesn't care. He answers the calls and talks to these people.
If this is Columbo, Gino, if this is Columbo, could I just add one more thing? Are you or are you not dating a woman far too young for you?
Far too young, far too hot, far too funny, far too successful. That is correct, Columbo. Guilty, motherfucker.
Let's go to this second clip. It's called KB Paid to Give Out Numbers. All right, let's check this one out from our...
Before you do,
yes, of course.
Who would be dumb enough and retarded enough and useless enough and desperate enough for money? It's Ray DeVito. Who would possibly say, well, if he's not going to pay me, then I'll give out numbers because I'm a piece of shit. Who could? It's Ray DeVito.
Oh, well, see, now you spoiled it. Here we go.
I spoiled your show the second you brought me on. Just play it.
Kevin Brennan paid to give out numbers. Here's our second of 5 clips.
And as soon as I said Ray, and I made Ray give out Iraq's number and Kumia's number, I didn't pay him until he gave everybody a text to from Gino. And I wouldn't pay him until he showed proof that he did it. And then it stopped, of course, because Gino's a bitch.
Oh. Gino's a bitch.
Wait a minute. Did he
Play
just
that one again?
Wait a minute.
Come on. Play that one again.
I will, but
I'll push my last seller spot back. Play it again.
Hold on a minute. Did he just say that he paid Ray DeVito to give out people's phone numbers?
Mm-hmm. No.
Oh,
He said he would not pay Ray DeVito until Ray gave out those phone numbers, further proving another thing.
Wait, he wouldn't pay him his MLC.
Zero...
Wait, he wouldn't pay him his MLC money?
His cut, yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
So
and this all stems
because
because
the fact that
this all stems because he hates your guts. You are no offense, Gino. I know you're riding high, and you get to do the daddy is right thing. You're not worth this much anger.
But he sure thinks he is.
I know.
He's like, this is a beautiful thing.
This is I deserve this. He doesn't deserve. I deserve.
You don't take this from him.
I'm as big an asshole as you are. Don't you dare.
I got work to do. We'll see what happens when this clip comes out.
I'll bring my notepad in August. I'll bring my notepad. We can compare notes.
Do you want to watch that one again, or you want to jump to the next one?
Play it real quick.
No. I have the same file. But my point was this. It's not that he paid Ray to do it, and he withheld money from Ray, and Ray is so desperate for fucking money that he's like, I guess I will be the dick, and I will do Kevin Brennan's dirty work for him. And he did it for the money, because again, it's almost like I said, when you do things for money, they make you toxic and miserable.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, it's just, you watch it, and I can only watch about 20 to 25 minutes at a time now, because I'm just like, God, it's
pure
anger. When Kevin is on and he's ranting and he's angry and it's funny, it's great. But when you can tell this shit is affecting him personally, you do just want to reach out. Like, as someone who's been doing this long enough that goes, hey man, slow and steady wins the race. Going crazy and getting up to 1,000 viewers is great, but it's how you get there that determines whether or not it's sustainable. You just want to grab this guy and go, I know you love the super chats. I know you love the numbers, but your engine's burning way too hot. You can't sustain this. You'll drive yourself insane. And we're not getting further away from that. We're getting closer to the event horizon here.
But it's not. Look, we all love the super chats. I mean, I don't have any yet, but we all love the numbers. We're all addicted to. But I'm sorry to interrupt you, April, but he's owned by them. What were you saying?
Oh no, I was laughing
giggling.
at you.
She was.
I don't have it yet.
We all, and that's another Brennan lie. Gino can't wait to get super chats. I could give a fuck if I get super chats. I am fucking super chat free. But do you understand? Like, that's all that matters to him. He's lost sight of. You ready for this? Is his humanity. It's like, if I can't get super chats, I will lie, I will cheat, I will fucking. He literally lost his mind. He pulled a Chad with the lie. He pulled a Ray DeVito right there with the pink blanket. They just asked him where he got a pink blanket. I'm pretty sure Ray copped to kidnapping the Lindbergh baby while trying to explain the pink blanket. And that's what Kevin did. He lost his mind so much. He just said everything. Yeah. He said the quiet part loud.
Poor. I know you don't agree with the phrase "poor Ray," but poor Ray's just being used by all these podcasts. I mean, they're trying to make him like a whack packer.
I texted him that.
They're trying to make him Beetlejuice or like Hank the Drunken Dwarf.
Okay, but he keeps showing up though. That's my problem with it. He knows they don't want him. He even says that about the shows he goes to. I can tell they don't want me there, so I won't do more than 4 or 6 minutes.
It's just that when you know how this game works, you want to reach out to the people who are doing it wrong, and you want to go, guys, I'm telling you. In a year or two, if you follow this advice, you'll thank me.
But these people don't care.
I know you think it runs counter now, but in a year or two, you got to cool your jets a little. Yeah, you'll take a numbers hit for a little bit, but this will be sustainable long term. And they yell at you and they swear at you and they call you stupid and they gang up on you and all that. And then a few months later, these people get in touch with you and you're like, yeah, that burned a little too hot. I guess, maybe you should have tried it that way. To the point where you're like, well, I don't want to fucking tell anybody what to do anymore. I'll just do it myself. This is the clip. KB goes after Cumia. We've got 3 more of these clips.
Gino's a bitch. Cumia's a bitch too. Cumia fucking used you, Bob. If he wanted to put you on his network, he could have. So this whole thing, E-Rock's a piece of shit. Cumia's a piece of shit. And he don't sell tickets to boot.
How about the fact that Kevin's actually doing the impressions that we all do of him?
I know.
Yeah.
He's like a broken record.
He just
Jesus.
You
going,
don't think it's
Cumia don't sell tickets. Cumia sucks. He don't sell tickets.
He's a hack. He's an idiot.
Breadsticks don't sell tickets. Aren't we doing the Olive Garden? You two were talking about that.
Yes.
But is it a coincidence or just, I'll give you props. Isn't it odd that the previous video before, he was using Ray to put out these numbers, and now he's bitching at Bob about a guy using someone when he used Ray? Ray-tard? Isn't that funny?
Here's the clip just titled Doorman. Let's go to this one. Then we've got the 5-minute. Then we've got Kevin Brennan leaving his own show because Gino got him so upset, even though Gino never said or did a goddamn thing. Here we go. KB Doorman.
I called Ski Mask.
That's it.
Test me, Gino. Test me.
What does that even mean?
I have a doorman building. Does your brother? You fucking bitch. You fucking bitch. Come for me. Try to get past my doorman.
Are you coming for Kevin?
Are you coming?
Yeah. Trust me, I was coming for Kevin all afternoon watching these clips.
I bet you
I
were.
came for Kevin. I'm going to come for Kevin tonight again. Thank you, Kevin Brennan.
Yelling
I don't
Kevin's
know when
name.
I'll stop coming for Kevin.
But you know, the way this show works, the way that Misery Loves Company works, this is going to be great for them tomorrow, but this is going to be bad for, you know, him and Bob and everybody else. Because poor Bob, Bob just tried to defend himself today, and Kevin lost his mind.
Yeah.
I mean, he wanted Bob to just say, yes, sir. And Bob was like, well, you know, factually, I think you're off on this, that, and the other thing. And it's going to be great short term. But again, long term, it's like that comedy club. It's like all this other stuff that you've been talking about. You got to drain that toxic sludge once in a while. And when all you're doing is pumping in that toxic sludge, you run out of room for it eventually.
I have a theory. Maybe they're getting to retirement age, so they are trying to come in engines burning.
Yeah, just grab whatever they can in a short amount of time and just, knock it out from there.
Maybe long term doesn't matter to them.
Here you go, Gino. Let's strap in for the long haul. This is the 5-minute and 45-second clip. Kevin Brennan leaves his own show. We'll pause intermittently during this clip to get Gino's comments because, again, this is all has to do with Gino.
There's also, I will tell you this, there's also a YouTube clip that I don't know if it's posted to my page yet of me watching this exact meltdown live. I sent you the link. So you could get to that later.
Yeah,
it's literally
Gino
me
Bisconti.
laughing.
Yeah, Gino Bisconti on YouTube, and he's just laughing at the whole thing. So here we go.
Let's take a look.
This is titled "Kevin Brennan Leaves His Own Show."
Gino's a bitch. Gino's like, show me the receipts. Show me the receipts. I did it.
He doesn't have any.
Gino, we're getting in the mud now, Gino. You got nothing.
Gino, are you ready to go into the mud?
I made so much mud coming for Kevin in front of my coffee, my steel toe coffee. Don't get K-cups, by the way. They pollute the environment, but I'm ordering some to the studio. Can do what you want.
Cool.
I can't wait to have it.
It's
I
very
love that.
all the coffee drinkers tell me it's very, very good.
Delicious.
April handpicked the flavor herself. So if it sucks, blame her.
I cannot wait.
My fault.
All right, so Gino's a bitch. That's what we have so far. And
You don't say.
Show me the receipts. Here's what I don't understand. If it is like you say it is,
Hold on, I gotta have my adrenochrome.
And if it is like you say it is, and you didn't give out these people's numbers, then how would you be able to provide receipts?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what you would do? You would provide receipts of someone else giving out the very numbers. You'd provide the receipt. I can't remember. Oh yeah, 3 minutes ago of someone saying he paid someone to give out the numbers. You would show screenshots of those numbers, and they would exactly match Kevin Brennan's phone with the number and the name that he calls those people. You would do that.
Ooh,
and
boy.
you know what? You might even do that for a lawyer. You might do that. Now, let me say this. I'm not Chad. I don't have a lawyer. But I mean, when you go after people with money and time to shit on you, and let me tell you, the lawyer will get past your doorman, tough guy, and they'll go right to the maintenance man. That's you, allegedly, Kevin. And Kevin, do me a favor. Try and have Pat Dixon on more so he can sit there like a fucking mute. This is Kevin. He's like, Pat Dixon's winning. He broke Gino's jaw. Actually, do you think Pat Dixon would rather have a show on Compound Media or that audio-visual project he puts out late once a week? Do you think he'd rather be living in Manhattan, walking out whenever he wants, or living in his aunt's basement?
What do you think? Has anyone ever told you? Has anyone ever told you that you're a bit of a sore winner?
I believe the line from Breaking Bad: "Learn to take yes for an answer."
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Jesus, Walt. All right, continuing on with Kevin. I think this is where him and Bob get in a little tiff here, and then Kevin drops off the show.
How about your brother? Gino, your brother, he's got something to lose?
Jesus.
I got all his information, Gino. Fucking test me, motherfucker. Test me.
Why?
Test me, you fucking bitch. I got all his information. Come for me, motherfucker, you fucking bitch.
Pause it 1 sec. He can't see me, you know.
Right.
I'm not in the room with him.
He's yelling so loud, he's echoing.
I can't imagine, like, I've been mad on the air before. I can't imagine being this hostile, this mad on the air without remembering for a little bit that I'm also performing.
Spit yelling.
I mean, and Bob and Ski Mask are uncomfortable. Everyone looks like they're afraid to move.
That would be. It's like your dad yelling at you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, he overshadowed the appearance of who else? Who's on this show?
Buschetti.
You fucking you take the fun out of everything.
What?
That's Mike Buschetti. The black square is Mike. You don't. You're the best.
The black square
is Mike Buschetti.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm sorry. Fuck God, I'm not good at this. If I had any comedic skill whatsoever, I'd say that was Godfrey. Damn it. I'll call. I'll text him. We'll smooth it over.
Okay.
Take a side again, Bob. See what happens.
I'm not taking nobody's side.
Again. I'm going to get off this fucking show. Fuck you, Bob. Take his fucking side one more time.
What the fuck did I do? I didn't take anybody's
side. You're taking Gino's side.
I'm not taking his side. How do I know about a fucking chat?
I'm sorry, Bob. Kevin, you just turned 63 years old. This is a conversation high school juniors have at the lunch table. This is Bob acting his age, and this is Kevin acting out.
And you realize it wasn't that Bob went against him. He just didn't agree with his lie. Right. That's all it was. He didn't say he didn't say excuse me, he didn't say you're a liar. He just said no, it was all but 4 numbers.
Yeah.
It was all but 2. No, it was all but 4. So he went against him because he didn't side with the lie.
All Bob said was, I don't think Gino gave out these phone numbers. Meanwhile, in the bottom right corner, Ski Mask looks like if he blinks, someone's going to shoot him.
Right, just still face.
Poor Ski Mask. I sent Ski Mask a DM because he looked like a hostage during that show. I sent him a DM. I go, hey, man, that's a rough one to do. You did a good job. Because it just...
I mean, and look how upset Buschetti is.
Super.
Buschetti is steaming mad.
How do I know about anything about
Yesterday you said, no, Gino said he didn't do it. So he's taking his side.
That's not. I'm just giving you the information that he texted me.
No, you're like, Gino didn't do it. He said
he didn't do it on the air. He didn't do it on the air.
Oh, he's still doing it.
He's still doing it. You want me
to give out your information? Oh, it's not on the air. I sent DMs. You want me to everyone to DM you?
No, but I'm saying I have no idea about no DMs or anything or whatever.
Yeah. Okay, I did.
God damn, man.
Really rough to watch, honestly.
Kevin understands, or maybe he doesn't. Bob is a big reason why that show is successful. Take this show, for example. I'm looked at as kind of a loudmouth asshole. The person I have sitting next to me is much more likable and gives the audience kind of a human face to the show. Bob Levy is the human face to MLC. Otherwise, it's just Kevin being angry, and that show has been tried in many different variations over the last decade, and it's never worked as well as it has with a human touch like Bob Levy on the other side. He's going to keep pushing. This is almost like Kevin sees the success that he's had with this incarnation of Misery Loves Company, and he can't help it. God damn it. He has to fucking destroy it. He has to kill his creation, and he will try to push Bob away as much as he can.
he's got to kill his baby, like, because he's got nothing left. And I'll tell you, he's got nothing left if people don't give him momentum with the lie. Am I wrong? Like, you know what I mean? Like when he's lying and Bob's like not saying anything. So he's just like, it's that again, I can't, and I'd love a better example, but it's a kindergartner telling a show and tell story. And when he lies, there's that split second when no one disagrees. So he's like, this is true. Yeah. And he keeps going, when Bob doesn't say anything or just makes that, smokes a cigarette. But when Bob goes, and it breaks his fucking
it's like
pattern of lie.
He's a cornered animal. And the other thing is, Bob, in Bob's defense, he's not even taking your side. He's just telling Kevin what he knows. We know from history, if Bob thinks you're wrong, he'll call you a fucking asshole without hesitation. So, I mean, Bob is about as honest broker as you're going to get in this situation.
I did.
Okay, well, then if you have the facts, you have the facts. Then I'm
wrong.
I
did, because I was getting texts from the same people that Ray was getting at the same time.
So was I, by the way. I've gotten so many naked pictures, and it's almost like sneak preview. When we're back Monday, it's almost like every naked dude picture they sent me. I think it was all Kevin Brennan. It might be his head on it. But again, and that's just it. It's like it's all the trolls, and the trolls did this to Kevin.
And this is the problem. Kevin believes everything the trolls tell him. And Internet 101, don't believe anything without verification.
But the beauty of it is, isn't it nice of him? Because they believe everything he tells them. It's almost like it's the least he can do, living in that fucking rape mental scenario where it's like, I guess if they believe my lies, and it gets to the point where like, I think at first, he's like, these guys are full of shit, but now he's like, no, they're right. I'm right. That's his universe.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's continue on here. The fight continues, and eventually,
please, I could watch
Gino forces Kevin to leave the show without lifting a finger.
Do you think it's a coincidence?
No.
Gino's a bitch. Kumia's a bitch too. Kumia fucking used you, Bob. If he wanted to put you on his network, he could have. So this whole thing, E-Rock's a piece of shit. Kumia's a piece of shit. And he don't sell tickets to boot.
Whoa.
Fucking unbelievable. Like, what has to happen? Where you stop defending these fucking...
I don't know, a fucking coronary, it looks like. I don't like, what has to happen? Your fucking ventricles are going to explode on the air.
Kevin kind of needs to just get off this whole business.
Was there
he's going to die.
Gino, was there a dick off camera? What was that?
Just coming for Kevin again. Just coming for Kevin.
Adorable. He wanted to give a pecker a smooch. That was sweet.
I'm not there. I'm not there.
Gino, test me.
2 plus 2.
Right. Capital of Delaware. Go.
Dover.
No, hey, nice job.
I lived there a while.
Capital of North Carolina, everyone. Go. No Google.
Raleigh.
Nice. Attaboy.
Is that right, or you're just a great?
No,
you don't know either. You're just a great. Texas.
Capital
it's Texas. Right?
Capital of Peru, everyone. Now.
Lima.
Holy shit, can't sneak any. I tried to sneak a little hanging curveball past this guy. He knocked it over the left field fence.
That's how daddy do.
Colombia, capital, go.
Bogota.
Told you Gino does coke. All right, let's...
hold on. What are they biting on, Gene? All right.
Who said we can't do vaudeville here? All right, let's, again, Kevin wants Gino to test him. What does he think? That you guys, a combined 120 years old, are going to fist fight?
Maybe.
And that's just it. Like, I've never taken a swing. Like, I said it to Ann. I'm like, if he comes in and he won't, like he literally said 2 days ago, like he thinks I'm going to hit him, which I love. Never hit anyone. It's like.
Right, you take it.
It would be, I think it'd be like Pedro Martinez. I would just push him to the ground, be like, stop it. I'd Don Zimmer him.
Yeah. Oh, God, I don't want to take the wrong side in that argument. I've seen how it goes with Stevie Lou.
We got a
before.
whole episode out of that with
my
Stance.
God.
Anyway.
Right now, I'll give you your brother's number and his fucking address, okay? You fucking bitch.
Okay.
Jeez.
By the way, let me tell you something. I have Kevin Brennan's address. It was given to me angrily by Chad months ago. And this is the same thing I said earlier. Like, this is another reason I think Bob and Gina fucking, and we weren't fighting, but they kept like when Chad was doing all this shit with Gina's stepdaughter, or Bob's stepdaughter, whatever. I said, Bob, on the show, I'm like, we're on Compound Media. We're behind a paywall. If we wanted to, we could have shown every single picture on her OnlyFans and would have been doing her a favor, would have been like subscribe, but we don't. because we respect the fucking game.
Right.
We respect these two people especially. I have Kevin Brennan's address, and don't get me wrong, I'm mailing his daughter a fucking, what is it? Well, I'm mailing it to him, but I have a gag gift someone gave me. It's a New York City Crime Report t-shirt. And since he has Pat Dixon on so often, I thought what better gift for his daughter than the gift of a t-shirt, his dear friend who has hit 3 women, 4 if you include me. I think that'd be a nice little gift. So am I wrong? But that's what I'll use your address for, Kevin. A gift, a good thing, a peace offering. I would never give it out on the air because I'm not a fucking Piazza Brennan. I'm not. Okay?
Are you
shut that fucking dog up? I'm sorry.
Are you at least a little touched that after everything the two of you have been through, Bob Levy, with an opportunity to throw you under the bus just for shits and giggles, actually did not?
No, I've been texting with Bob the past couple days, and he's like, "We're back." I said to him, like, "I'm sorry that I let Kevin get to me. Sorry that I fucking freaked out on you when I should have been yelling at Kevin, but I fucking hate him." And that's the thing about being an actual human, like where you exist in reality, and you're friends with someone, and you fight with the guy, but you also fight for their friendship, and you wind up fine. Yeah. Brennan has no friends left. Brennan thinks, and we said this, like he fucking attacked Keanu, like he had people going after her dad. Fucking, and the thing they don't get is, like, Keanu and her father laugh at it. Me and my brother will laugh at this. You know, Kevin's family, he doesn't get along with his family. You know, he doesn't. And I mean his fucking brother and stuff. I don't even know what's left of his immediate family. I don't care.
Oh,
it just shows how not being rooted in friends, family, and joy ruin a man.
You mean
that's what happens?
You mean that he and Neil aren't on cordial terms?
Wow. Do you realize, and I didn't realize this, like, we know this, but I never said them like back to back. Okay. So we know Neil, and I've always said this I used to defend him and say he's the oldest of or first or second oldest of an Irish Catholic family and 10 kids. And so he grew up watching everyone get a little bit more than him. So it would make sense. Like, you can almost defend the fact, like, you get it. He's always worried someone has more than him. I get that. But here's what broke him. He never had a chance. He never, to quote the first Top Gun, that spin would have fucked me up too. I don't remember the line. But the bottom line is, you know that fucking Neil Brennan, who watch this, when Kevin used to be a stand-up, Neil Brennan can't hold a candle to Kevin Brennan's stand-up. Kevin's way funnier.
Yep.
But Neil's the one that paired up with Dave Chappelle and he became a millionaire. But the other thing I forgot, and this is common knowledge, I bet you know too, Kevin Brennan, rewind that 5, 6, 7, 10 years, whatever. Kevin Brennan lost on Star Search.
Yep.
To Dave Chappelle. Oof. Dave Chappelle is his comedy daddy who fucking left him and liked Neil Brennan better. Yeah. He's like, fuck you, you're a failure. I like your stupid little brother. Hold on one sec.
All right, let's get to more before Gino has an orgasm.
All right. Test me, Gino. Test me.
I'm sorry. I have to say this as the youngest guy in this whole picture here, except for April. She's the youngest guy.
Of course.
As the youngest guy here, and as a guy who will go to a gym tomorrow to train and spar in boxing, who the fuck is looking at Kevin Brennan and feeling any sort of physical threat in this situation? Test me. What?
A threat of spittle.
I mean, Kevin, of all the things you could threaten people with, a physical confrontation, I don't think it's the threat that you think it is.
He's literally, like, you have to start questioning his mental competency. And I'm not trying to be a dick.
How dare you?
What is he thinking? Like, the only thing less likely than him hitting me is anyone wanting to hit him. Who's going to want to walk up and punch that guy? He's a sad-looking person right now.
Oh, of course.
I have a doorman building. Does your brother? You fucking bitch.
No, my brother lives in a house.
Yeah, I have a doorman, house. Kevin. What did we say about bragging?
Humble brags.
You fucking bitch. Come for me. Try to get past my doorman.
What you do, Gino, is you fake to the left, you fake to the right, and then you go left and you get around him. He's probably.
Why do I have a feeling I could walk in and be like, "Hey, I'm here to see Kevin Brennan." He's right there.
Yeah,
you go right in.
Exactly.
Good chance.
Like, do you think his doorman's? The only thing better than doing that would be if, like, the doorman goes, "Oh my God, you're the guy." I didn't believe it. He said someone was coming to hit him.
Right? He brought the picture.
I'm here to see Kevin Brennan. Yeah, he's down the hall fixing a circuit breaker.
Plunging a toilet.
Yeah, he's
You mean our bachelor electrician, our bachelor maintenance man? Yeah, you're in luck. He doesn't have his kids this weekend.
They see you coming with a headband on. They'll go, I always knew Brennan was a secret gay F word.
Hey, your fag date's here. Your grinder date is here.
Bitch, I'm jumping off my own fucking show. This is fucking disgusting.
No.
Fucking disgusting.
I love how there's only slight no's coming from his co-host. Like, even they're like, maybe we should give this a go by ourselves.
I'd actually just round this up and be like, okay, day off. I mean, breather.
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on.
I think what Bob's trying to say is he needs definitive proof.
Yeah.
Why? Why?
Because there is none.
You're right, Gino. Kevin's like, why? Why don't you just believe me when I'm screaming uncontrollably? When I'm in a blind rage screaming about Gino for the 80th time, why don't you just believe me, Bob?
Yeah.
I don't know. When a guy starts to turn tomato red, I tend to question his grip on reasonability.
And when he says, he goes, what's the movie I'm thinking of? And he goes, he's fucking Nicholson in fucking A Few Good Men. He goes, this is disgusting. That's a joke. That's what this is. That's what he's like, this is disgusting. What's disgusting? We didn't show a picture of fucking Gordy lying on his back. That's disgusting. That dog's got some cock on him. What's disgusting?
I think if you're going to go any Nicholson movie, he's clearly turning into Cuckoo's Nest.
By the way, if you get the chance, and I'm not simping for you, I'm trying to sound young.
Or not Cuckoo's Nest, fucking Shining. God damn it.
Yeah, you can tell you guys are old radio pros. The way you did, all right, we can't show this last picture of Gordo.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna tell you what it is, and then I'm gonna let you enjoy the sound. And we showed it on the show. We were dying. Oh, so what they do is they put a giant man cock on our. I'm like, this guy nailed it. This guy, he's a pro. He's a real pro.
That's what they did. Think of a big man cock. That's
rather dark.
Paint
too.
the picture.
The cops. Bob don't trust me. I pay Bob. Bob's getting paid. Bob's getting paid very well to do this fucking show. He's still taking
pause
Gino's
it right
side.
there so I can say one thing. Bob doesn't.
I bought
me.
your loyalty.
Yeah. By the way, he didn't say Bob doesn't trust me and give an example of when he was proven right. What did he say? I pay well.
Right.
It's again money. I pay well. I don't get it.
Money.
I give you money to believe the lies. Bob doesn't trust me. I pay him well. There was no in between. What don't you people, I'm not talking to Godfrey when I say that. What don't you people get? What don't they get? He literally said, I'm going to say it again. Bob doesn't believe me. I pay him to believe my lies.
So
he sounds like the government.
Yeah. Before I hit play, I just want a yes or no answer. We're gonna put this to bed once and for all. Did you give out Ray DeVito and Kevin Brennan's phone number this week?
Okay. This could prove. I didn't know I had Ray DeVito's number till yesterday when fucking what's his name, Stancil texted me like, oh, I have his number. Why would I give Ray's number out?
So is that a no?
Wait, no, but I shouldn't even have to say no. Watch this.
It's
no.
insulting.
And if you don't believe me, what? If you don't believe me, find me giving Ray's number out. Find me giving Kevin's number out aside from that day, a week after he called me a racial slur.
I will say this. I have only seen one instance where Ray's number was mentioned and you stopped Jim Stancil from giving it out.
Yes, and I said, and I quote, I said, there's 4 digits, and I said, that's 1,000. I'm like, oh, no, that's 10,000. I'm like, anyone that goes through 10,000 iterations of that number, you get to speak to the most boring man in show business. That is, and that is what Bob said. And that is the clip I posted. And E-Rock saw it. I woke up to a text from E-Rock that said, oh, that explains it. I knew it. And I woke up to the same text from Ray DeVito going, I can't believe you fucking gave my number out again because he's retarded.
Wait a minute.
He needs to be a victim. He's Gil from The Simpsons.
I got to call you on one thing. You say you never lie. I caught a lie just now.
What did I say?
You said Ray DeVito was in show business. So I got.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Call you.
By the way, did you ever see the movie Nightmare Alley? Ray DeVito, fucking Bradley Cooper was in show business. Fucking and Ray. I love when Ray was on the fucking Brennan show. He's like, I'm not here to get yelled at. Ray, that's exactly why you're there.
Yeah,
that's exactly why you're there.
The only
Ray DeVito is in show business the same way Rupert Pupkin was in The King of Comedy.
And I'll say this,
Kevin,
Ray, you have 3 months. You have 3 months to stop coming to New York.
All right.
August 1st is the last day he's allowed to set foot on a stage in New York, with the exception of Old Man Hustle, a bar in Williamsburg, and it's for your own good. There's no violent threat here. I'm just begging you for your own good to save what little is left of your rep. Ray DeVito, listen to me. you can be a very successful Cleveland feature. You really can. You really can. Okay, like Chad found his fucking métier. He went to Florida where people know his name and are like, this fucking guy featured in Cleveland. He's got to be great to host a show on weekends where he bombs anyway. And then he says, I was trying new stuff. No one in the biz tries new stuff on a fucking Friday at a comedy club opening for a big name. No one tries new stuff there. Unless they're stupid and they're not funny to begin with, okay? And no one, Ray DeVito, takes a gig if they don't know the pay. No one takes a gig if they don't know if they have a place to stay. And no one's ever showed up at a gig not knowing there was a light. So, again, Ray, stay the fuck out of New York for your own good, because you just do yourself more and more of a humiliation when you do.
All right,
fucking test me, Ray.
Let's get back to Kevin Brennan melting down about Gino Bisconti.
Whose side am I taking? I'm not taking anybody's side. I'm not taking anybody's side.
I need to
I read
for
what
Gino.
he sent me. I seen
Gino's
it.
a bitch. You said last month you said you're gonna fuck up Gino. Now you're like, well, Gino said he didn't do it.
Well, he texted me.
He did it. He's in the fucking chat group. He's a bitch.
He was saying that it was on the show or something like that, that somebody gave it out. Stancil gave it out. And
no, that's Gino playing his, I didn't do it on my show. Again, anybody wants anybody.
Guys, wait a minute. As a guy, April's going to explode here. As a guy who's got
first time you ever said that to her.
Fuck. As a guy who's known Gino Bisconti.
You're like, I just hung that out there. As
a guy who's known Gino for about a year now, I can tell you right now what Kevin Brennan is saying is not true, and I'll tell you why. Gino Bisconti is not that smart and competent.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, you'll thank me. But like Bob, Kevin's like, Bob, you wanted to kick his ass a few weeks ago. You know what Bob learned? Here's what Bob learned, and fucking credit to Bob Levy. Bob Levy learned that this toxic podcasting shit will fucking kill you if you let it, because there's no such thing as putting it out there and not getting it back. And he got a taste of it with this Chad shit, and then all of us got together and we said, hey, man, all of this shit is fucking crazy. This is too bananas. Funny is funny. Making fun is making fun. But there's a clear line and it doesn't get crossed. And Bob has been, we've all been texting Bob now. And we've, nobody's given him an I told you so. Nobody's given him we fucking told you this would happen. We were all just happy that this really smart, funny guy fucking gets the game.
Yeah.
And so when Kevin's like, you're supposed to hate Gino forever and want to kick his ass, Bob's like, no, I don't want to live in this toxic sludge every fucking day. I've had it.
Yeah.
Anybody's numbers, DM me. Anybody's numbers.
Insane.
And as soon as I said Ray, and I made Ray give out Iraq's number and Kumia's number, I didn't pay him until he gave everybody a text to from Gino. I wouldn't pay him until he showed proof that he did it, and then it stopped, of course, because Gino's a bitch.
So the reason that Ray belittled himself for the reason Ray lied for money is because I'm a bitch. Was that what he was saying?
I'm trying to follow it, and I believe yes. I do know that the main thrust of this is that you are indeed a bitch.
He should make that a little more clear. He's
you are a bitch, and then something about phone numbers. And then elementary school level shouting is what I hear from there. And then a terrified ski mask in the corner wondering, is it physically possible for an Irishman to jump through a camera?
And you know what's even funny? Poor Steel Toe isn't drinking right now. He's like, God, I wish I was drinking right now.
Oh, yeah? Poor Steel Toe said that?
Poor Steel Toe.
Something
about pancreatitis. Who would quit drinking when they got that? This is 5 weeks sober for me. Anyway, go on.
Lose. You don't, Gino? And then as soon as you push back, he's just like Chad. I got nothing to lose. As soon as you push back, oh what? That's not nice. Melon Snipes Jimmy me.
Can I ask you something?
When have you ever said that you don't have anything to lose?
When did I ever say that? When did I ever say that's not nice? When did I ever say fucking come at me? When?
Look at how red his face gets.
It's like he's talking right to me, and it's like, don't get me wrong. It's like, look at him. By the way, this is the guy that turned 63, and he's like, I look great for my age. He's lying to himself now. He looks terrible.
He and Ski Mask are currently the same complexion.
Right? He's aging big time.
Which one is Spirited?
Yeah, but I had no idea what happened.
I did.
I don't know. I'm sitting here learning this now. I'm learning this
How
for
does
the
he know
first
this?
time.
Okay, it didn't happen, but how would he even Like, do you understand? Would someone please send me the chat room? Because there's got to be people in the chat room that got the alleged number I gave out in whatever chat group. It's not even a room. It's a chat group.
There is none, though.
Yeah, this doesn't even sound like Bob's buying this.
It doesn't exist.
Bob is literally looking. I'm like, wow, he's not even. I can't even sit. Like, it's one thing to sit there and not say anything when someone lies. Bob's like, I can't. I'd look dumb, not at least saying, not at least saying, you sure you're not insane now?
Yeah, this guy won't listen to reason.
Yeah, he's gone. He's lost. I mean,
he won't even like entertain the fact that you might not have done it.
You see people who get so mad sometimes that they can't now turn back because they'll look more foolish. So Kevin's pot committed to the outrage, and if he says to Bob, you're right, I went a little overboard, then he has to walk all of this shit back and go, wow, I really went crazy there for a second. So Kevin has to ride this anger train in this moment all the way to the end, which is a derailment. We'll see in a second.
He's got to keep kayfabe.
He's got to keep kayfabe.
I knew I had all the information I needed. More text from Gino's fucking bullshit fans. Gino's the biggest bitch I've ever met. Period.
Does Ray know
ever.
this? Does Ray know this information that it was shared?
Yeah, I told Ray everything. Ray was defending Gino. No, I think Gino did.
Okay, wait a minute. So
yeah,
Bob,
you heard him.
Bob says that Gino didn't do what you're saying.
Right.
Ski Mask is terrified beyond any rational thought. He's like, he's Egon Spengler at this point. Ray DeVito, who wants to see Gino fucking in a burlap sack, says, Kev, I don't think Gino did what you're saying he did here.
Yeah.
Kevin, how many people who hate Gino have to tell you that Gino didn't do this before you go, you know what, maybe I'm off here a little bit.
Maybe if Chad tells him he didn't do it.
Maybe if Chad tells him. Yeah.
God.
This is
Chad reached out to me to do his chat today, but I saved the exclusive for Keanu's the Keanu cast premiere. I saved the exclusive. And trust me, she's like, I don't care anymore. She's sick of like listening to it too. Like it's a guy that just know.
Yeah.
I think what happened was that Gino said, no, Gino did it at 6:30, Ray. Gino in hot water had been over for hours. He wasn't on any show. So everyone sent him at the same time. You think that's some kind of coincidence?
No, it's weird how it happened.
No, that's not what happened. Gino's in Chakras with his loser friends because he's got no family, but his brother does.
Jesus.
You fucking bitch, Gino. You're a fucking bitch.
How do you live with
You're
this
a
guy?
fucking bitch.
How could anyone live around him?
Test me, Gino. Fucking test me.
What does that
test
mean?
Me. Let's play in a mud, you bitch.
It means he's lost his marbles.
You know what it is? He turned 63. He's not afraid if you beat him up. He's got Medicare now.
Oh,
that's true.
There you
and
go.
all I do is beat people up. That's all I do.
If he gets injured, it's covered.
So.
No. Stay. Do you have Gino blocked? All right.
Oh, he left.
MLC.
I have no idea what just happened, basically, because I had no idea what was going on after the show.
Right.
I mean, just gave the information of what was happening with what Gino texted me. I mean,
like
know.
you said, you just show up to the shows and do. It's not You're not getting into the fucking group text and all that stuff. So
you know why? Because Bob has learned through this Chad shit. You do the show, you live your life.
Yeah,
the show
home.
Is the show.
Yeah.
The rest of it's your life, and you go do things, and you got a pool being built. Bob's got all these wonderful things going on, like the rest of us. Maybe Kevin just doesn't have any wonderful things going on, and now he's just fully immersed himself in this, and it's breaking him. And I don't mean to say that as an insult to Kevin. It would break anybody if they leaned into this internet bullshit this much. And it's not like the people who are fucking with him care. They want to see how far they can push him. So they're never going to write to him and go, hey, Kev, we've all been fucking around. You got to stop believing everything we tell you, because you're going to have a breakdown.
They would love watching him have a heart attack.
They want to see what they can push him into.
They would absolutely love to watch him have an aneurysm on the show from screaming. Okay.
Yeah.
They'd send in super chats for it.
Yeah. So Gino, there you go. He quit Misery Loves Company today because you were being a meanie head. Meanwhile, I don't think you had ever actually said anything.
No.
Gino's just smoking his cigar at home.
Just smoking his cigar.
Trying to think where I was 6:30. Yes, I believe I'd stopped to see Keanu. I was walking home, listening to the boss's show as I do. Then I went by the Nespresso store because I like when I wake up at Keanu's in the Southern Cottage and she makes us Nespresso. and then I walked home. What did I do once I got home?
Gave out Ray DeVito's phone number.
Gave out Ray DeVito's phone number. And actually, I texted Ray, and he's like, yeah, I'm not going to give out Anthony's number. He literally said that. He's like, he was always nice. I'm like, good, yeah. He literally texted me. He's like, yeah, I don't think you did it either. And then at 8 o'clock, I had some kind of podcast at 8 o'clock. I did something at 8 o'clock last night. Can't remember what it was. But I did some stream last night.
I'll tell you this. For those of you who think that Kevin is being fooled by the, as they're saying in the chat, Jedi Master Gino Bisconti, I can guarantee you all that is not true.
Yeah,
Gino is not that smart.
No.
No. All right. Well, Gino, there we go. We went, holy shit, we went a half hour over tonight.
Yeah.
To go over the Brennan stuff.
There you go. And I'm sure this won't be bonus. I mean, I'm sure this won't be a clip on the Steel Toe page. And by the way, I retweeted, check out my Twitter. I think I sent it to you. I'll tweet it. But that clip we just watched, there's a clip of me in this very room watching it with Kevin over my shoulder and me just laughing. And Kevin came into my chat to yell at me.
Jesus.
And make more threats.
Man.
He left his show to come into mine. It was glorious.
Ian Hawk says, thank you, Aaron and April. You have seen I'm a good guy. You know what? I've got you on a tiny little probation there, Ethan Hawk, but out on good behavior. How's that? Gino vouched for you the other day.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
So far, good on Ian Hawk. All right. Well, Gino, thank you very much. And remember the prime directive of Who Are These Podcasts? Observe and report. Don't go on the shows. Don't get involved. Observe and report, and you'll never be happier.
Well, might need a do-over. Might need a do-over on that.
All right. Well,
thank you, Gino.
I tell you what, buddy. Thank you very much. Ian Hawk saying, April, I'm sorry. I love you.
Who is he? I don't know who this is.
It's Ian Hawk.
He's a good guy.
Something?
Later, people.
He's a guy who can be a little cunty. See you, Gino. There you go. Gino Bisconti. Aaron, close your
Twitter
goddamn
post,
Zoom thing.
That makes sense.
All right. Oh, he says, forgive my Twitter posts. Okay.
People have been rancid on Twitter, and I'm not unblocking anybody that's
and Ian Hawk was one of them?
participating. I have no idea, but I'm guessing he was.
Well, Ian, as you can see, we are very fun people to be around, and the better the behavior, the shorter the probation. That's
absolutely.
what I say. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah.
We're getting to bed later.
Oh, yeah. I absolutely had to leave
because
I had to pee so bad it hurts, if I might pull back the curtain for a second.
We're getting to bed later because of that segment, so I hope everybody enjoyed it.
I'm sure they did. If they're here, I'm guessing they enjoyed it.
I'm going to fire up the stream. I'm going to get the stream scheduled for tomorrow morning, and then I'm going upstairs, and like a good middle-aged woman, I'm going to watch some Law and Order and go to bed. Might even have some grapes to keep me regular.
Oh, that sounds good. I like
All
that.
right, everybody.
We'll get you Metamucil, too.
Yes.
You old man.
April, thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
And thank you to Gino Bisconti for joining us on today's show. We will talk to you guys tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Central Time. It's like our weekend now. Our evening shows are over. So we just got our morning show to start the day and then off to do whatever.
Yes.
And don't forget, Friday's show, Chrissie Mayr at 6 o'clock. All right. I got to get out of here. April, thank you.
I'm getting the car battery, like Paul Polito says.
And tomorrow we're going to be rested and ready for a great show. Thank you, everybody.